Welcome to Christmas Days. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Sarah got a cat.
I have a cat. I have a real Mr. Buttons.
It is a real Mr. Buttons. This is not necessarily accurate to what is going on all the
He's
time.
an eldritch baby. I love him.
It's cute. Why does this taste funny?
Because it's zero sugar soda.
I love zero sugar soda. It's refreshing usually. I don't know. Tastes a little funny. Anyway, we got the stuff. We're doing the thing.
The music's
The
still
thing?
on.
The music's still on. I should turn the music off.
You should do that,
You should turn the music off.
There we go. Welcome to Christmas Saves. We'll cut around it. Sarah got a cat.
I got a cat.
Yeah, we're here doing the thing. We did the thing last week. We're doing it again this week. I'm very excited. There's lots of things that happen. Oh, I forgot to write. That's what I forgot. That's what was bothering me. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I knew that there was something on my list that was pressing on my brain. My little ADHD-addled.
Why do the cameras look fuzzy, or is that just the quality?
No, that's not. That's the Twitch stream that I turned down all the way.
Oh, okay.
Quit looking at the goddamn screen.
It just looked fuzzy.
I'm gonna take the screen, okay?
Okay.
You. I catch you out of the corner of my eye.
It's
Looking
right
at
in my
that and
eye
adjusting.
line.
All right, I don't know what I can do. Maybe I'll shove it under here and I'll just. Anyways, I'm excited. We took the battle map out, so now we have space up here. Oh. So we were going to have a different ad, but we didn't do the other thing. We didn't do insight check. I think suddenly I'm busy on Sunday, which I don't like. So hopefully Monday we can.
What do you mean suddenly you're busy on Sunday?
My mom.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta go visit my mom. I don't want to visit my mom right now.
You should move 11 hours away.
I moved 45 minutes away from her.
Yeah, move 17 hours away.
I moved across the country twice.
Then you just get texts every day
Way
where it's like, I miss
farther.
you.
Yeah, I
please
do
come
like
back.
an hour-long Skype call
I-
every other week. It's great.
I don't think my dad knows
That's
how
too
to
much.
use like FaceTime or Skype.
I can't
or
handle that
anything,
much
so.
parent.
Oh, because it's like a Zoom call, so you don't actually have to pay attention.
Nope. That's still too much.
Just do what I did and cut your parents off completely.
What?
It's so much easier.
Well, she's fine. She's just. Yeah, you ever have a mom, guys? Some of you might like your
Moms.
mom. I like my mom just fine, but boy, oh boy, is that a lot of person to endure for periods of time. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Love you to death, but jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez. Anyway, so we're gonna go do that Sunday. Maybe, you know what? We'll take edibles and we'll just.
Yeah, honestly, if I go there high, I might actually be able to handle it a lot better.
Could be nice. Could be a good time. You know what else is a good time? Whatever the hell Aunt Hannah's about to say.
No pressure.
Look at the fucking just the weight of the
prepared.
world went. Woo.
Well, it's good. I feel, saying that made it feel worse, even though I talk on camera virtually every day for a living. I don't know why all of a sudden that felt weird, but you know, here we are.
Everyone paid attention to you at one
I know.
time.
I don't like it. I like
Okay,
attention.
no one pay attention to Hannah while she talks.
Thank you. There we go. See, this is better. It's like being a shy peer.
Yeah, I'm not looking at
The
you
words
at-
I'm saying are my urine. Okay.
What?
So don't get them on me.
Don't talk towards me.
Don't turn towards me when you're about to talk.
Sounds like negging.
The poncho was a good choice.
I didn't know I had a hood.
Oh yeah.
Wow, we're
It's a little
learning.
It's a little pointy.
It's got like a nipple on the
point.
Yeah, you look like
top.
a little
You're like a
little
gnome.
pointy.
you look like a woodland boy,
Like a little
Yeah.
garden gnome.
like a little fella.
Except not a gnome at
Should've
all.
played a
Like
halfling.
Like an
It would have been a.
8-foot tall gnome.
Maybe we should transform him into a halfling.
I'll go short for next campaign.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as if he'd play anything shorter than 6
That's not true.
feet.
We played a.
I was a 2-foot tall kobold.
That's true.
That did a whole
You
voice.
did do a
That's true.
voice.
a whole one.
Me and Randy were both tiny in that.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, I've been handed. Do I look here? Do I look into this? I do not.
you can look in.
I think that one's your camera.
I do that. Hello.
Oh, in character. Okay.
I am Ink on Skin. It is nice to talk at this light device. I do not know what it is, but I have been handed this by a friend Soren, and I was told to read it at this device. Hello. It's not with hello. That you wrote a novel, man. This is Ink on Skin, and I am here to tell you if you like the adventures of yet to be named adventuring party from Ebon Falls. That's not. Why did we do that?
We're working on it.
Anyway, you can follow their adventures and catch up on youtube.com/charisma saves. I do not know these words.
Say the words.
I do not know what. Okay.
That's fine.
And also catch up on the adventures of the Keepers of Eight. I do not know.
Say the words. Just
okay.
say the words.
We have many.
Those the heroes.
We have many adventures here, and they are good. Watch them, and please like and subscribe, comment, and
Share.
share them, please. Thank you, and good night. I do not understand.
And good night. That was so much. Thank you and good night has like a final newscast sign off before the comet hits vibes. May God have mercy on our souls. Thank you,
My fellow
do that.
American.
my fellow Americans. Yeah, but we have a whole YouTube channel. So if you're behind on anything, or you just want to watch some episodes over, I know a lot of people like to binge these kinds of things in the background when they're doing other stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna be mad if you put our playlist on and just let it run in perpetuity.
Forever.
So,
If
like,
anyone has access to one of those like developing nation like ad farms where they just put
Mm-hmm.
stuff on,
it's like a Bitcoin farm, but you're just watching YouTube.
it's better for the environment.
It is.
It's not good for the environment,
No.
but it's
You
better
get
for
something
it.
out
No,
of it.
it'd be better if you just disconnected, unplugged altogether. But we're sort of like, I don't know. It's gotten our pound of flesh. We might as well stick around and use all the energy up and die in a fireball.
I'm not gonna not watch Moon Knight if I'm gonna die.
I'm only
Right.
willing to be so inconvenienced.
Right.
You got to draw a line somewhere.
That's so surreal after playing Horizon Zero Dawn like all week.
I wouldn't know. I don't
Because-
do things that could make me feel
Because
guilty.
it's people talking about the amenities of the world before,
You have to
evil
get
robot
dreadlocks.
swarm
Mm.
wipes out humanity.
You have to get dreadlocks that clip through your shoulders.
No, I'm gonna be dead in one of the bunkers. You think I'm not taking a suicide pill out of fucking boredom after about 10 years of that shit?
You, as a human person who's never fought in your life,
I'm so
have
fucked
a
if the robot
better
swarm comes
and
through.
more functional form of combat than Aloy, unless she's at range. Anyway,
Also, weren't the bunkers for like scientists? I don't think they're gonna let you in. You'll
No,
just want
they-
to be high all the time.
They let in, like, other people that weren't just scientists.
Okay, I'm only so far into the first game, so I don't know the lore.
But they did kind of just be like, yeah, everyone's gonna die.
Hmm.
It's fucked. The
You didn't
immersion
did you
button.
charge the speaker?
did I charge the speaker?
Yeah, that was the
did
question.
it.
It sounds like it. Good job.
This is
You
a
had
professional
forethought?
show.
It's unlike you.
No, I fixed the plug while we were down here.
I figured.
That's true. Last we left off, the group spending time gathering up all the supplies necessary to make the warehouse at 8-4 Bayside a livable space. You all eventually rested there for your first couple nights. And on the last morning, awoke to knocks at the door. The mail. a normal, everyday postal service worker, delivering a letter to the warehouse. You opened it to reveal a message from Reverend Gill, referencing a strange missing object of his, or something that he needs, and saying that it was located within the warehouse, the one that you took. Not knowingly took from him, but took it. There seemed to be an air of, if you give this back to me, I will forget this transgression and we can move forward. Understanding probably that there's a bit of a tenuous link to his ownership of the space. But you began to wonder, what is this thing? What is he talking about? You've been through this place. So you started looking around. If I remember correctly, Soren went to the basement and looked into the strange safe-like space that you had retrieved the box from in our very first session. A strange box with a strange black oozy creature within it. One that was not actually Mistress, but a different, totally different entity. Mistress attracted to it, maybe? Ended up there. And ended up... There's no way to...
it.
I was gonna say... Well, I was... And ended up attached to you in some way. I was gonna say ended up inside you. But I fumbled it, so I could not say it. Anyway, because I knew when it was starting to come out of my mouth that was not something I should say, but I said it anyway.
Out of your mouth, huh?
It'll come out of your mouth.
I mean, if
Now I'm
there's already
imagining-
some in you.
Now I'm imagining every time they rig up this. I'm fucking up the intro. Anyway, never mind.
Charisma saves. Charisma saves.
I'm getting it out early.
You found at the back of
We're
that
never
safe.
gonna get real sponsors, you know
You
that.
found at the back of the safe a flapping black curtain of some kind, a piece of fabric put over the back to prevent you from noticing it for a little bit. And it turns out that a hole was dug into the back of that safe from the ground. And you were burgled without your knowing. Not knowing you had anything to be burgled. You tracked through this strange tunnel and dropped down into the sewers below, seeing scrapes along the sewer floor. Falling through, avoiding several hazards, a big drain at some point, and then encountering at the end of your pathway through the sewers, the Rat Mother. A large, bulbous, looking perpetually pregnant and diseased monstrosity of a rat. It called to its children. You fought fiercely, killing it around too early. He could not arrive in time as Fritz and Chim and several of the other rat gang, hearing the commotion downstairs, managed to, well, relative to them, in the sewers below their domicile, which you did not know about, hearing the commotion, screaming. You parlayed, learned some information, and the important information was that what you seek is no longer in the possession of the rat gang. It is with an entity that should not, whose name should not be uttered on the surface. The Gloom Broker. And so we begin back at the warehouse. I believe we're either that night or the morning. You guys can choose. With this information, enjoying a various acts of prestidigitation. I know you guys went across the street and you guys bathed. So you can either be at the Nagging Clam, like having a drink at the bar, dejected from your sewer excursion. It could be in the warehouse, It could be the next morning after you've all cleaned up.
Next morning? Unless anyone has any.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we arrive in the morning.
Sorry, what's a normal? Is it
Normal what?
2d6?
Yeah, for an
Yeah,
extended
sorry.
rest, a full rest, is a number of hit dice equal to your proficiency bonus. And no modifiers, just flat.
Yeah. Oh, a number of hit dice?
Yeah. That would be 2
wrong dice.
Jesus Christ, this doesn't want to come out.
Yeah, you should have d8s, I believe.
Yes. I originally gave d6s.
Everybody
Yeah.
else has d8s too, except for you.
Is that for me? I got a 6 on 2 d6s.
I got a 5 on
Tough.
2d8.
It's average.
Ooh.
Little under average.
Rough.
I like this health
Real
system a lot better.
Well, yeah.
5.
Adapt it for your game.
Yeah, if you don't want to use it, don't use it. I like it. I think it, anyway, incentivizes some fun role play. So, you awake in the morning after a pretty unpleasant day overall, but you got some information. You do know that Reverend Gale wanted you to reply quickly. You don't really have anything to report right now, but it's up to you. How you
are
wanna
we supposed to be
correspond?
able
Yeah,
to
was there a return address? I mean,
No,
I guess we know
there
where
was
it is.
not a
but
return
how many-
address.
Not on the envelope, but you
was
guys
not
know where to
Yeah.
address it
Yeah.
to.
Is there...
The post office exists.
Do they deliver out that far?
You would assume so. The post office is to say the post office is strong. There's a postal service that is independent from country.
Okay.
They are
So it's like a-
professional.
it's like a
It's like
Pony
yeah,
Express.
but more Pony Express.
It's like Violet Evergarden.
No, it's like a private entity, but they treat it very. You don't know actually a ton about the post office, but the collective knowledge that you all have.
It's secretly a gang.
If anyone asks, maybe you're sitting around and talking about it. It's not a gang. It's a. They take it seriously, especially in the age after the moon crash. It is one of the only ways that, because message like sending and stuff is less common. Magical means are less available. There were ways to get around a lot more back in the day, and it's dangerous. So these people have to be very qualified. They have to be good at their job. Now, some people only do local stuff. Some people travel abroad. It just is a matter of what they got going on. But there are offices around.
So after I assume we get up and everything,
Mm-hmm.
So, did we want to reply to that message and just let him know we got it? I don't know what we plan on doing after we find the object, but no matter what, I don't think we should just leave him hanging lest we get murdered in the middle of the night. He knows where we live, so...
That would be a
Yeah,
good idea.
I think we should.
We
let
could
him-
just tell them we know where it is. Not that we have it.
Well,
Well,
yes,
yeah.
I'm not saying we lie. I'm saying, we are working on reprocuring the item that has been stolen. It has been taken.
A little too much. Just say we know where it's located.
That sounds...
And we are looking into it.
Okay. You are the writer, so I think you
Well,
use fancy words and make it sound
Well,
nice.
that makes it sound as though we sold it, stole it. I mean, why would it not be in our
No.
possession anymore?
You just say, we never had it, we know where it is, and we are looking into the situation. That's all the information we have to give.
It would be incredibly easy to deduce that it was taken before we had knowledge of its existence, but
Yes.
okay.
But
I feel like we're unnecessarily omitting information that can just be intuited rather easily, but it's
are you not listening to me?
He's saying you're obfuscating the obvious in a way that makes it
Oh.
seem sneaky, even though it is sneaky
Yes.
in a way that does not make sense. If we are looking for it and we did not have possession of it, then it clearly means that it was taken by someone, but by not saying it, it feels like you're withholding information that is clearly there. It's like 2 points, and there's clearly a line segment you could draw between them, but you're omitting the line segment in the hopes they do not realize there is a line there.
I don't think you guys are understanding what I'm saying. I think we're just having a miscommunication.
It's possible.
We don't know where it is.
Correct.
We never took it. It was never here when we got it. and we are looking into the situation.
Yes, so it was stolen. He can
Right.
clearly go, it was
Yes.
stolen. So it's
Yes.
just quicker to say it was taken before we knew
Okay.
it was there.
So
we are
I-
looking for it.
I will just say it was not in the warehouse when we took possession of it. But we have leads. And we
Yeah.
will find it. Okay.
Hopefully.
Isabel's working on tea.
Yeah. I'm just. I don't know if I have strong opinions about the way this is phrased.
Secondarily, I know we plan on doing, trying to go down into the creek.
Yeah.
Well,
I forget you call it that
The
every
creek.
time. The creek.
I'll have you know, I didn't want to. Remember?
I do.
Session
Remember
0. I was
this-
like, I don't want to call it that.
I remember
But
that
then- Now you do.
specifically.
Then it just started being calling that.
It happened.
So,
You should have expected that. It's us.
well,
We're gonna call
I-
it the crack.
did we still want to try and officially go to Remnant Simon, or Mr. Rossi could perhaps help us out?
I don't think Mr. Rossi can sponsor us.
He is a potential sponsor. He
Yes,
has
but-
sponsored people.
But he wanted us to do other stuff.
I
He
understand.
wanted us to be a worthy investment, I think.
Sure. So did we want to try to go to Remnant Simon or do an unsanctioned delve? I know we were against the unsanctioned delve last time we discussed it.
What's the difference again?
You've never been down, so you don't know.
I thought
You do know. Okay, functionally, you know. Sponsored delves get access to the curated delve apparatus. You will get a ride down, a ride up, access to different things. Sponsors often provide some sort of supplies.
unsanctioned.
But of
shifts.
course, but you are specifically headed in a direction and you have a task. An unsanctioned delve is just access. Someone sneaks you into the. It's real dangerous.
Is it also illegal?
Oh yeah.
I assumed so.
So the delve master, like the only way up is what it's called.
Yeah.
It is basically. It's privately owned, and it's the many of these sort of popped up as like throughout the history of the city, but this is the only one that like through the years has maintained. A lot of like just other people just died or they were less functional, weren't as good at it. Obviously, like this one's owned by dwarves. They have a bit of a knack for mining and cave systems and making sure things stay stable. You've never been on a delve, so you don't really know much more than that. But you do know that unsanctioned delves are. It'd be pretty hard for someone to that never has done it to go in, but you can absolutely try.
That phrasing. I don't want
If you
to
live, you
TPK.
live.
Yeah, I
You
don't
have no
like that.
experience whatsoever with delving, but if you wanna, I mean,
It wasn't if you,
You can-
die, you die. It's if you live, you live. So.
if you live, you live.
Yeah.
If you want to raw dog the delving experience, you hammer it in.
You should
Go
go
for
in
it.
with protection.
maybe when we're like level 20, we just fucking raw dog it. But
On top of Remnant Simon, there are some other people. Dr. Tenbrius, which is, I believe he runs the insane asylum.
Yeah, it's like there are complications that have occurred since the moon crash that have caused lots of problems, and there is some psychological phenomenon that are studied in this space. Yeah.
And Governor
Giozana.
Giozana,
Yeah,
whose
just-
name
it's
I
just
definitely know
real
because I
Italian.
live in this city. But we do not have access to them. At the very least, I know Remnant Simon, so that is an end.
well, it's probably our best bet then.
Okay.
Less work makes it better.
I would agree.
Well, we can certainly go talk to him and see if he's interested or if maybe he wants us to do some jobs to gain trust. I do not know.
Can't hurt to ask.
Sure.
Okay. So the goal is to head to Remnant Simon.
Mhm.
Anything else we want to do before we head out? Oh, we have a letter.
Apparently these things stay.
That's the part I wanted to leave out was returning the item.
Okay.
Interesting.
because
Do you not
we don't know
You don't
what
have
it
to use a
is.
whole new piece of paper.
Yeah, we don't know what it is,
Do
so
you
just
not
hand it
intend
to
to return it?
I don't know. Maybe depends on what it is.
What you write will be, if you want to use a new piece of paper, you can, but we'll pretend you used a new piece of paper instead of having you
You
go
could
to
just
a
write on
very
the
nice
back.
notebook in real
You
life.
could just write on the back if you want to read.
I mean, we could still leave it in even
Unless
as
it
a
ruins your
lie.
immersion, you go for it. Your paper.
Are you above lying?
No, this way it just seems deliberate. If we do say that and then lie, but who knows? We don't know what it is. We might not want to give it back to him.
Do that we probably will want to. If it is something he wants, I would imagine it is not something that would be
Maybe-
good for him to have for the rest
Maybe
of
it's
us.
just his relative and he's misunderstood. I mean, he is red goo,
Yes, but
so maybe he's,
also-
looking for something or someone like him in the way Mistress was.
yeah, I don't know if I want to pick two of them in charge of a town. That is not the best town, to be fair.
I mean, other than the fact that they seem to not have free will at night, they seem to be happy.
That is a pretty big asterisk, if I'm being honest.
I mean, it's only when they sleep.
As far as we know. Just because they appear to act normal during the day does not mean they necessarily were.
Also, I feel like there's a lot of stuff we haven't seen there yet, and it's
Yes.
hard to judge based off that, just because, well, that one warehouse thing was very locked up. So, I don't want to benefit of the doubt in this
interesting.
situation.
It is interesting, though, that none of them would speak of these strange occurrences
Oh.
that we noticed.
If they lose their memory, like what happened to Soren, they probably would never remember. Most of them probably don't even know what's going on.
It might be strange, but I wonder if it's actually a bad thing.
I think erasing memory is probably a bad thing, especially if it can be significant.
Yeah.
I just don't trust him, that's all.
There's something to be said for giving people free will.
Yeah, that works. I like that better.
Okay.
Alright, I guess we'll take this to the post office and then see Remnant Simon.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Do you have to actually go like to a post office, or are there like stamps that you can just put in like drop boxes? How does that function?
Both.
Okay. Is there a place nearby that might sell stamps?
Post office.
Okay.
Usually.
Also, in real life, other places sell
Stamps.com.
stamps sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
You have to
grocery
wait for them
stores
to
will
get
sell
there.
stamps sometimes.
Do you like
And
DoorDash?
What would
DoorDash and
the
stamps real quick?
postage be?
So, you go to the local post office. There is one near the chip market. There's another one on the other side in the rings that you know of. These are the two.
So there's the poor post office and the nice post office.
There are, yes.
We'll go to the poor people one, right?
It's just a post office.
So, you walk there. It's as you approach the building, and you've been around enough, so this isn't interesting to you at all. But it's sort of a lot of the roads here they're not like a grid. It was very haphazardly built over the years. It's a very East Coast style town where they didn't plan for the traffic they would have needed and the population and so sometimes the roads sort of come at strange angles. And the place where this goes, the road sort of knobs like this, and it has like this round area. The post office is it's sort of on this Y section, and it's a round building, slightly bluish in tint. A lot of the places around here, especially on the other side, have this bluish roofing, and it's got windows on it and double doors. It seems like a fine place. It's a little nice. A little bit of a... It almost looks like a subway station opening, except it doesn't go down. Like, if you can imagine that sort of like... I don't know, that old-timey... sort of like... It looks like a building that would be in, like, Tim Burton's Gotham.
Yeah, where it's got like, I get it.
It's got like a lot of glass and a lot of...
Mm-hmm.
You walk in, and the floors are very nice. It's like a white stone, not marble, but it's really, really nice and like polished. It's not a very big building. There's a sort of a desk area that has almost like banisters that separate. And there's one booth open of the three, and it's just an older guy with a little bit of a belly sitting on a chair. He's wearing his uniform, which is, I guess, without the coat, which is sort of like a bomber jackety thing going on. It's just a nice sort of like cottony shirt, and he proudly displays the postal badge, which is an eagle still. But it isn't USPS. It's just the eagle thing. It doesn't say anything on there. Sort of balding. His eyes bulge out a little bit and like a little far. But he seems nice as he smiles. Says, "Oh, welcome. What can I do for you?"
Hey, we have a letter that we need delivered out to Host.
Host. New place. North?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you asking for insurance on this?
Just postage and delivery.
Okay. Regular or rushed?
Regular is fine.
It'll be 1 gold for...
Okay. Can you break a platinum?
Of course. 3, 4. All right, and you stamp it, and they'll send it. Anything else I can do for you? Any other courier services? Looking to pick anything up? We have boxes here.
I think we're good for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All set.
No,
All right, have a good day.
Thank you.
So, you leave, sending the message to Reverend Gill. It will arrive in a couple days. Okay. What do you want to do?
Head to Remnant Simon.
Okay. You travel south. The long way down on your right side, the bridge off in front of you as it goes up. You can see the hanging houses off in the distance. And the church lies in the shadow of that area in some ways. There's a bigger church on the other side of town. But this smaller one, Remnant Simon, is around from time to time. It takes you a little bit. You go past Chip's Eye. Is there anything you guys want to pick up on the way, or be good?
I'm good.
Are we going by the deli?
Mm-hmm.
Meat log.
One meat log.
I'll get a raw one if I
A
can.
raw meat log?
For your mistress as a snack.
Okay, they're gold each.
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. You approach. Sure. You approach the building. It's a humble building, but it's very well made. It has, it's an old Egalian temple that has since been in disuse since the moon crash, and it has these motif, sort of like moons on the outside. It has these beautiful sort of spirally columns that hold up in front of the 2 double doors that both have beautiful white stone reliefs on them of various religious symbology, and they're left open. There's not many people in here. It could seat probably 120 people. It has a moonlight at the top. The entire roof is a sort of a glass semi-dome, and then some roofing comes up over top. Inside is lit by candles. There's a few people that still pray, and you can see that it seems Egalian worship is still allowed. People that worship the old gods still exist. Many of the older folk, more hopeful than practical, I suppose, in a way that you would when gods actually exist. And near some of the parishioners, I suppose, all the way at the front, sort of having a discussion, you see the white-robed, tall, slender frame of who you recognize to be probably Remnant Simon. It's kind of hard to tell all the time because they wear these glass, again, sort of like, imagine the Beauty and the Beast sort of rose glass that sits over top of it, but a helmet filled with this sort of milky white gas. Yeah, sort of like a Mysterio vibe. And the white robes flow down. You recognize Remnant Simon because he wears around his neck the sort of a shattered glass sort of necklace thing. It looks like pieces of glass that were like broken and then fashioned into it. So that it's irregular and not you know, it's not jewelry. It's like reclaimed jewelry, but that's kind of like the point. As he talks with some folks, you see the form turns as you sort of walk into this space. And there's a conversation sort of ending, you can sort of see, and they're like thanking, and then turns very gracefully walking over in your direction. Gloved hands, white gloved hands, as always.
Is it considered rude to wear a hat in here? Okay. Oh, sure.
And then Remnant Simon walks over to you all, recognizing you, and says, "Oh, welcome, Sister Ink.
Hello, Remnant Simon. It's good to see you.
It is good to see you as well, and your friends. Yeah, we met briefly, not long ago. I'm sorry, I've forgotten your names, if I even knew them, but I am Remnant Simon. Welcome to the Church of the Shattered God."
I am Isaac.
Isabella.
Soren.
This is kind of a
I'm smiling, you can't see him smile.
Sure.
You get the body language, though. Seems very, very, what's the, genial? Is that the word I'm looking for?
I come to you with a strange, I don't know, request. I'm aware that the church sponsors people to delve. And we were wondering...
Yes, yeah.
His demeanor changes immediately, I assume.
Why don't we have this discussion not on the floor? Just follow me, and sort of walks by, and you know, there's some people smattered about, probably 8 other people besides the 2 that he was talking to, and you walk through the center, and it's interesting. None of you are religious, but this place is pretty and it's inviting. It's surprising that people you find like are still engaging, I guess. You certainly find no practical value at all. Isabel, you don't give a shit. It is definitely a little ostentatious at the same time. Seems like a waste to you in a lot of ways, but it's a reclaimed building, so fuck it. But you make your way to the back, and there's a small door that opens behind the stage area with a little king. And inside is a humble office. Doesn't have many amenities. You see a chair, chairs for people to sit and talk, a small desk with some scrolls and different scriptures and things written on it. And mostly just a bookcase that spans either direction that has just a quick glance, probably you mostly. Book titles are just Hegelian religion, like old stuff, and then at a certain point that kind of stops, and it seems to be some new stuff that's maybe records or something. Set you down. But can I offer you anything to drink? And you see a pitcher of water and some glasses on a small plate.
I'll take a water.
Just help yourself.
Sure.
And some drinks are had. So, you have interest in delving?
We do. I know it is a strange request to come to you. I know this is not necessarily normally how it works. We do not have very much of a relationship outside of casual acquaintances, but I do not know. We are very excited to get to work, if you know what I mean. We have a lot.
Must say, I'm trepidatious. Given the circumstances of what has befallen your family, I must ask your reasoning.
We have different reasons. Currently, something that was in our possession, maybe down there somewhere. I also would not mind, honestly, being down there, perhaps finding something out about what happened to Sky.
One understands the impulse. And all of you, what is your reasoning?
That's the curiosity and support of my friends.
To reclaim what was ours, and yeah, curiosity. I want to uncover the secrets that are down there.
So we can get a little closer to someone we might know. Well, sort of know.
Delving is dangerous business. It is a thing that we understand provides value. Here at the church, we are very interested in the moon chips. The properties help us with our work. Helping. Do you truly believe that you have the abilities required to survive such a thing? I would hate to send you down to a place with such
Hard to
dangers.
say yes when you've never been.
We have handled ourselves against a bramble goer in the wilds.
I'm not sure what such a thing is, but
And also a giant rat.
do you know what that is?
I would not have brought all of us here if I did not believe that we could survive such work. I understand the danger involved, but in the short time I have known these people, we have been able to handle ourselves quite well.
Despite our appearances.
You see sort of a leaning back and a steepling of fingers and thinking. Drawer gets pulled out, a small piece of like a notebook, like a small ledger is unwound and flipped through, closed up and shut. I will grant you a writ. Give me a moment. I'll write something up. I'll meet you in the.
Thank you, Remnant.
Thank you.
Of course. Little time goes by.
What is the purpose of churches if there's no longer religion?
Well, there is still religion. This church in particular, they believe that one day the gods will reform into one entity, the Shattered God, and be a singular monotheistic figure for all the world. Very strange, this monotheism. I do not get the appeal, but, you know, people are going to do crazy things.
Religion just seems kind of bullshit to me. Very impractical.
I'm just wondering how much money moves through this place.
A lot.
Not really a lot.
In fairness, I do give them credit. They do a lot of good for the poor, but you look at where they set up, and I agree they could do more. But I find it hard to disregard them altogether, considering the good they have done for the community that I grew up in. I do not know. It is complicated.
You hear the door. And Simon walks out with a sort of a small like tube with paper inside of it, and it's sealed. Just hands it to you. Says, "You take this to the only way up, and they will hand you an official delve slip, basically. That should be it. Well, I hope to see you again."
Likewise.
I hope so as well.
Thank you.
Very much.
Of course. And if this goes well, my superiors will appreciate any time we can have a successful delve and get some more supplies, and allows us to heal people and allows us to do a lot of things, a lot of good. So, it's important work, and I appreciate that you came to us.
Well, you've given me many bowls of soup in my life, so...
Yes, we'll be doing that more. Have you moved out?
Yes, I have moved in with these people here, and we are at 84 Bay Ridge. If you need anything, let us know. We, of course, owe you much for this. So if you ever need anything personally...
This is not a favor. This is you're being hired.
Oh, sure, but, you know. You have helped me much in my life, so... Like I said, soup.
I appreciate it. All right, well, the church is always open to any of your needs.
Alright, I guess we'll head down there.
Hope to see you again.
We appreciate the confidence in us.
Absolutely. Good luck.
Thank you.
You sort of walk on out into the day.
Well, is there anything we should grab before we go?
I have enough ammunition, I believe. How about you? I have a potion. One potion.
Probably have enough ammunition to put in the wall. Yeah.
Do you even have enough to purchase any more potions? Aren't they very expensive?
Should now after we got paid.
Do I know how much an average, like, regular health potion is at the chip market?
About 50 gold.
50.
50.
You do know that when you get a sponsor, they give you some stuff while
Yeah.
you're there, and the Only Way Up offers services.
Awesome.
So it's like a one-stop shop, but you can't shop there unless you have a
Sure.
reason to be there. So
Maybe
All
we
right.
should just get our supplies there.
Sure. Also, I do know that in order to actually sign up, we're supposed to have a delving team name. So,
that's for if that's not for being sponsored.
oh, it's not.
That's for
Like you're sponsoring
Gotcha.
yourself.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
no pressure.
Yeah.
Redacted.
No pressure.
Sponsoring
Oh.
yourself in a sense.
Sponsoring is when if you
Gotcha.
want to be a delve team, then
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
technically you were all hired at the same time, but you're not.
Gotcha.
You
We're
could
all
you could
licensed.
technically freelance individually.
Okay.
Interesting.
So the sheet of paper that's in like the
Yeah, it's like in
thing-
a sealed tube, and it's basically you have to hand it, and it
Okay.
can't be.
So it's just one piece of paper that says like.
You don't. It's
Blank,
in a
blank,
tube.
blank.
It's a sealed tube that you
can't
can't.
really-
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, you can open it, but
No.
it will
Yeah.
void the.
All right.
It's basically to ensure that people aren't forging them.
Makes sense.
Well.
Well, I am good to go if everyone else is. Hopefully, we do not die.
Should we bring the chest from the warehouse with us?
Do you want to carry that?
I don't think we can.
Small chest. I'd give one person. You'd have to carry it.
I do not want to carry chest. If someone else wants to, this is fine, but I am
Oh.
We
not
might
carrying.
be bringing more up.
I kind of can't carry it, so
You're very strong. You would just have to walk very slowly.
I have an occupied hand. Thank you very much.
I guess that's true.
It's fucking one arming a
He
chest.
does need the cane.
I'll catch up, guys. Don't worry.
Honestly, I would like to see this.
Anyone
This would be
anyone carrying a chest. A small chest can be carried alone, but half speed. A larger chest takes
Sometimes
two
it
people.
feels like you're threatening my brother
great.
when
Why
you
would
say
I
that.
threaten? That was a joke. Learn difference between threat and joke. I am very funny. I'll have you know. People laugh at me all the time.
Do they laugh at you or with you?
I do not understand the difference.
Fair enough.
There's a significant one.
Just going over all of my stuffs.
And you guys are making your way towards the only way up.
Yeah.
Okay. So from there, you head west and north. You can either walk through the city and in, or you can walk along the edge of the long way down to get in.
Which is quicker?
Neither.
Edge of the long way down. It's thematic for what we're about to do.
So you take the sort of walkway that way. The road is not as traveled, but I mean, it has, like, at least as far as vehicles are concerned, but it has a decent amount of foot traffic. People don't really live right next to the thing. In fact, as you're walking, it's to your left-hand side as you walk back north. The houses and buildings on the left side, as this part, the crack is a little bit further, but it sort of tapers and sort of encroaches on the space until you start seeing, like, buildings where the back half has fallen. And you see some of that stuff has been cleared out. Some of them is sort of left, you know, kind of like old cities that break down. They just have old abandoned stuff. Soren, again, there's this haze that comes up out of it. On the right side are a lot of buildings that seem to be businesses or apartments. A little bit cheaper apartments, but a lot of the businesses have to do with like trash, and you get the sense that in fact for a fact there's one building. You're not going to go by it, but you've seen it before, Ink. Sort of between where the long way up, or the only way up is, and the bridge that you guys went to cross, is a place that's basically they dump trash down into the crack. You make your way around, and you begin hearing a bustle of people, and traffic starts to get a little more dense, and you start seeing more food and more lodging and different like souvenir shops, different things selling the long way down merch, basically. It's a little bit of a touristy attraction.
I'm imagining a shirt that says "I heart the crack."
There's an I
I went to the crack and all I got was this shirt.
We should sell those. So, yeah, you see these things, but most notably is the only way up from the looks of it, a 2-story building, big red, like made of timber. It almost looks like a lodge. Looks like a lodge made of like painted red wood, and then a big dark roof. You can see the top of it has many windows for lodging. You see, just people. There's carts. There's places to keep people that travel here. Their horses and their carts, and you see several of these things. You see definitely adventuring parties here. People with swords on their backs. People in robes. It's attracting.
Not be holding.
It's attracting all kinds. And the doors themselves are these massive, sort of like a cross between a lodge and a tavern. These really big wooden doors that they're not like ornate or anything, but they have these huge sort of like iron knockers on them that have been pulled. They do have big fucking bazongers. They've been pulled open, and they're sort of tied and held up as if they like closed by themselves. And the whole thing is sort of like just barely tilted. Like the back end is sort of tilted back towards the crack, and
The back end is tilted behind the knockers.
that's true.
There's the knockers and then the crack on the end.
Okay.
Inside,
We're children.
as you sort of walk up these steps.
Just real quick, location, it's a strip club located near it, and it's called The Crack.
It exists. There you go.
No, we need knockers.
That's something that
Knockers.
maybe
Knockers is the
competitive.
restaurant
Maybe you've
attached
been-
to
Oh
it.
yeah, it's the restaurant that
it's
serves
Knocker Sports
only
Pub.
wings.
That's it. Knocker Sports Pub.
that doesn't exist. The crack,
Could exist.
the crack does exist. You could make, if you want to make Knocker Sports Pub, go ahead.
We should probably get in the market.
But the crack strip club absolutely exists. In fact, across the street is not the crack. That's nearby. But there
It's
is
down
a
the street. They know me there.
there is a loan office across the street.
Oh.
Preying upon people that, or I guess loaning money to people that need stuff and supplies for the trips down. So,
What is the APR on these loans?
would you like to go in to
Maybe-
the loan office?
Maybe we get
They do
sucked
not
into
have
a
them
predatory
posted.
loan.
It's called Goldie Claus.
Oh my
Oh, no.
god.
You know I'm good. I'm going to guess the
If you guys want to
APR.
get loan sharked, I have it.
What if we take out loan and then kill the people who loaned us money?
That's a
Then
great way to
we're
have the people they
in
work
prison.
for on your ass.
And the
Then we will kill them and take their money as well. It is a foolproof
If you
plan.
want to start cutting through the
Murder
loan sharks,
hobo.
Wait!
that's not really murder hobos.
You
that
literally
is,
were like upset I was gonna eat a homeless person.
Yeah, a person. This is someone who gives loans. They are not a person. I know my audience.
very Jesus of you. So,
God damn it.
you're a landlord.
Yeah, you are a landlord.
Get off your high horse.
I don't make a profit. I don't make a profit. I rent at cost to you.
Still a landlord.
You're a landlord.
That's true.
So-
I'm trash.
So,
That's why I hate myself so much.
just the landlording.
God damn it.
Damn. But you do walk in, and when you do, it's a buzz with folks. There's lots of them. Maybe we get a more hype song. Sure, Maiden's Lullaby. That's not really hype, is it?
It's pretty fucking
This
hard.
fires me the fuck up.
Let's go.
well,
Green
Laid
sleeves,
back.
green sleeves.
What is going on?
The bard's
Fuck it.
having a
Yeah,
moment.
get out of the room.
Sure. So, when you walk in, you are above everything. You have to sort of like walk down into the space. There are circular tables throughout here, maybe 30. It's huge. To the left, you see, and lots of people mingling. There's dozens of adventurers here. You see swords on tables. You see people playing cards. There's people cheering as they bet. To the right, you see a huge chalkboard above this sort of bar area. It spans maybe 20 feet side to side, and it has like a little ledge on it. For you, no. For you, this reminds you of, you know when dudes walk on the green monster change the scoreboard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What?
Yep.
It's just for you.
Yep. Everyone else just over the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has like a walkway in front of this chalkboard that goes 10 feet up and 20 feet across. And on it, with his feet hanging off, is a really young halfling, like young man, like probably 18, 19, just chewing on a on a sandwich. There's a bunch of stuff written on it too, all in a big grid. There's different names and teams. You see Ebon Falls Delving Crew, and the number 11,389. You see Kane Requisitions with the number 9,520. You see Missionaries of the Shattered God, 2,150. Tenbrius Medicines at 1840. And the Spade Brigade number 9 at a 13. You see some others as well. Those are the top 5. You see crossed out names.
Tough.
And you also see on the board other numbers. And then you start to notice the space that you're in as you sort of walk down, and it's like walking into a casino. Everyone is betting all the time. Poker. They're betting on, you see one called Big Mama number 3, and there's people's names written and how much they've bet, and like they have.
How high are the bets we're seeing? Like,
It's getting pretty, like, some of them are small, but some of them, I mean, some people are spending like 500 gold all on one thing. There's one called, no, Big Mama number 3, but the you see the like different team names, and then bets. You can roll intelligence checks, or
12.
23.
It's a Deadpool.
15.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. They're betting on whether or not people are returning. And it's a hype business. There's
Can we bet on ourselves?
Bet all my gold that I'm returning.
Yeah,
cannot-
because if you die...
you actually cannot bet on yourselves. But
Damn.
What, are they afraid people are gonna fix it and kill themselves to win? How does that work?
No, they just don't. It's not fun.
Boo.
You can't
You
double
keep the
down on
dead-
yourselves.
You
gotta
keep the dead person's money if they die.
You could just go down there, not do anything, come right back up.
I guess that's true. Fair.
They have to bring something back
You
up
gotta
with
bet on
them.
somebody else. But, which you could do if you wanted. But, as you're walking down this space, you're sort of like looking at the board. Behind you is this huge sort of, like, I guess, pen area that has some people. But your attention's not drawn to that. Your attention is drawn away from the chalkboard and to the back of the room. As the people sort of like move aside and you get a better view of what's going on, the room at the back is dominated by a pit, a hole that goes straight down. And sitting on that pit, sort of like, there's like a platform and some other things, and several chains that hold up this cage. And on it is a plaque. And on that plaque, it says Big Mama number 3. Also, you notice around that area and radiating out from it, almost like an explosion radius, I guess, are gold coins hammered into any available wood space with a single nail punched into the wall, and they're all over. It gives us the back of it like someone exploded gold at it, and then it sort of dissipates as it reaches around the room. Concentrated specifically around the lift. This is what you see.
Got a feeling that's like a good luck thing.
There's some people gathered around that. You can see 4 individuals, all of which seem human or human adjacent, half elf, elvish maybe. They're wearing different things. They have backpacks on. They have their swords. One has a hammer, a couple of the crossbows. There's one sort of like rotating this clear, sort of small orb. 2 of them. Sort of like juggling balls or whatever. And they're talking to the person running the lift. They hand a piece of paper. The paper gets handed back. Say, okay, and they nod. And then they walk. The cage is open with a key, and people start to look over and start to be like, who's going down now? And you start to hear like a murmur sort of like move through the crowd, almost like a social, like the wave, like, but you hear their murmurs. And bets start happening on the board to your right as people start going, oh shit, it's them. And you see Gareth's gathering crew start to get bets on the thing. Their earnings are in like the middle portion. They're in the 700 range. Lots of people around that space. Not a lot of people seem to be making many trips. Seems to be taxing, but and as that happens, they all load in, and they turn basically in your direction so you can see their faces and stuff. And you see several of them with scars. They look a little grizzled. They look ready, but they look determined. They don't look like scared or anything. And then you hear someone goes, "Long way down," and it's the person with the thing. And then like holding the lever next to the cage. And then the adventurers inside the cage go, all at once, they sort of like bang on the cage one time and go, "Into the dark!" And like all of them, and then everybody else says it back to them. And then several people with drinks slam their drinks, and then they just go, and it just starts to clink all the way down. The clinking continues as that event ends and everybody else starts to figure it out. So what do you want to do?
Well, we should probably find out where we have to go.
I'm just like kind of entranced by everything, and I'm going to zone out of whatever they're saying, and I walk over towards the big shiny gold, like
At the back.
wall thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So
walking
the
over
lift
there
is
and
going
like,
down, and like it's a bunch of gold coins, thousands of gold coins hammered with nails through the center. Some of them are off center. In any sort of wooden space. In fact, there's not like a lot of tables over there, but a couple of them that are pushed up. You can see some of them have gold in them, and there's two people drinking it when they're not taking the gold. They're sitting at it and just like dealing with the gold hammered into the wood top of the table on the back one. It seems like a kind of a special place, as the people there have clearly a bit more like.
Are there people nearby drinking?
Everyone's drinking to some extent.
Well, no, I just mean you said there were people nearby, like next to where I am. They're sitting there.
Yeah, if you walk, I mean, there's people all over. It's like a party. I mean,
Okay.
it is raucous. I know the music is not doing me any favors here, but it is. It is loud. It's kind of one of those situations where like there's that constant din, so you kind of gotta be kind of close. You find yourself sort of doing this to talk to people.
Yeah, I'm gonna just to the nearest person or persons.
Okay, so it's two people at that table covered in gold. One of which is a sort of a large man with like a beard, nothing up top. Sort of comes around like an Honest Abe, and he's sitting there. He's got like a purple sort of tunic, a headband, and the other one is a really thin. I mean, it's a lady, but she's got like this hair that comes up into like what looks like a plume of almost like feathers. And she turns and you realize that she's an Aarakocra. She has a beak of a face, and she's sort of like remember that lady in Westworld that had like the really striking. She was in the very first season of Westworld. She was like a sex worker in the first thing.
Oh,
and she
her!
died a million times.
Later on, she comes
her
back.
face
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
really like striking. You get a very
Yeah.
similar vibe to that, where her eyes are very intense, and she's wearing this sort of like we'll call it like a day dress, but it's like leaves. And they're sitting there enjoying one another's company and talking to each other.
Excuse me.
And they turn. Yeah.
Do you mind explaining the gold coins everywhere?
They sort of turn to each other. Oh, my darling, the Aarakocra says. Oh, you are you new here?
Yes.
You should not be here if. All right. You look so. Well, the gold pieces are good luck. If it's your first time here, the superstition goes that you hammer a piece of gold into the wall to signify your ongoing investment in this. And I guess part of it used to be, it's not all for the money, but it's all for the money. You don't go down there for fun.
Very true.
Yeah, well, can I buy you a drink?
No, I'm sorry. I have to sign up.
She slaps him on the shoulder. He goes, all right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
You're signing up?
Mhm.
What group you got?
I think we would be under
You've
the
never been?
missionaries?
New?
Yes.
They look at each other. Like, good luck. How
Smart play. I'm
how
not gonna lie.
experienced are you?
Not at all.
Okay, good. Good luck. Break a leg.
Oh, I see.
He's getting betting info.
Yeah. Smart play. I'm not gonna lie. I can't blame them.
I think she didn't even consider. And then, yeah, she just walks away.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything?
I'll
should've
ask
weirded him
where,
out and
like,
said,
is
"I
there a
don't drink."
specific place because it's our first time? I'll find just someone and be like, it's our first time. Do we need to go somewhere or just go up to the elevator?
There's a
with her?
bar that you could go talk to the bartender, or you can ask a random individual.
I'll go to the bar.
Okay.
I'll ask the bartender.
You go to the bar, and there is a person you recognize. A dwarvish man that was present at your fight.
Oh,
with,
yeah. The
with,
Delve Master guy? Yeah.
It's Delvemaster Brom.
See,
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
things that happened.
A dwarven man, stocky in build, tending this bar. Nice resplendent beard with big braids. He's definitely had this for a long time. It's kind of a work of art. It's got gold coins in it. It's got diamonds in it. It was not that dressed up last time, which implies some sort of painstaking process that he does and undoes every day as part of like a ritual of waking up. And he's got tired eyes, but fiery ones. Like when you look at him, you're almost like you want to look away real quick, but then he smiles and he sort of draws you in. He's got a very big personality, and he hasn't even said anything to you. Welcome to the only way up.
Hello, it is good to see you again. We've met once before. I do not know if you...
Were you in that fight?
I was in that fight, yes.
Ah, with the big boy.
Yes, indeed.
Ah, Big John.
He certainly seemed big before we beat him, yes.
Hey boys, this Tabaxi kicked the shit out of Big John. And several of them sort of look and like raise their glass to you. And then you hear one person go, "Fuck that guy."
Anyway, me and my group are new. We have
You said that and spreads throughout the bar.
Oh, no.
Spreads through, like all these people start to talk, and you notice them. Like you stop talking for a second, and they're like, "No." You can hear new sort of
So-
like.
Do we get to cut if we survive and all these people bet on us not surviving?
I do not know how it works.
Ah, you've picked up on that.
Yeah.
No, but you can bet on somebody else's untimely demise. We're still taking bets on Gareth's Gathering Crew.
What are the odds?
Oh, it's not odds.
Oh,
You win or you lose.
I didn't know if.
They come back, we keep the money. They don't, we split it.
Fair
So
enough.
it's like a, what's the word I'm thinking
There's a
of?
pot,
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
sort of like a lottery.
Gotcha. So do we have to just take this up to the elevator, or is there a place we have to like officially give this and sign up? I know. We are coming off as rubes. I know.
Yeah, it points across, and you look
Why does this
behind.
sound like that JoJo?
I was thinking the same thing. Dun.
Yes,
To be continued as we go
JoJo
down.
ending.
I don't
Amazing.
think this is roundabout, but yes.
Yeah, it sounds like roundabout.
Dun.
Damn it. Jeez.
Sorry.
Well, when you're new, well, every time you come in, you got your writ. Okay, you head exactly opposite from here. Can't miss it. One of the ladies will help you out, and and you look over, and there's that sort of pen that you didn't go over to. It's caged. It basically looks like a casino pen, where they would exchange. And it is where they exchange like betting wins and things like that. And the this side seems to take in money. That side seems to pay out money, kind of. But make sure to come back to the bar because, well, unless you don't care about bad luck, then, well, do what you want. But
All right, well, we will go sign up and then come back. Also, when I noticed Gareth's group, when they went down, they shouted something. Is that normal?
also,
Do
you
people
gotta
always
do that for good luck, too.
All right. Seems like there's a lot of superstition involved.
You're gonna want
in
all
this.
the help you can get.
Well,
I
that's
think
not
it would still
foreboding.
be up to chance, would it not?
You don't have to participate, but you're gonna want all the help you can get.
Yeah. It's
Whatever
a thing.
makes people feel better.
Yeah,
I assume.
it'll make people happy, and they drink and bet on us, and it'll be, yeah.
It'll make you feel better, too, when you don't die.
I don't know if anything makes her feel better, if I'm being honest, but the rest
I'm
of us-
sorry that you experienced melancholy, milady. Nonetheless, come on back. After you sign up, we've got a drink for you.
All right.
We'll head over to sign up.
Okay. So you head in that direction, and it says Delve Master's desk in common, underneath which is a dwarven translation of what you assume is the same thing. A trio of dwarven women helm the desk. There is one that's not currently busy with anybody right this second. And you walk up?
Yeah.
Okay. Walk up. She goes, hello, how can I help you?
Hey, hello. We,
You see that she has like big lipstick. She's got a glorious mane of red hair as you hand her the writ. And she has a beautiful, thin, and well-maintained mustache. She takes it, opens it, cracks the seal, and you hear a little like a little pressure, and starts reading it. All right, haven't seen you in here before, are you? Are you new?
we are. This is our first time.
Boop, boop. And
Oh,
the whole bar turns, and then Delve Master Brahm goes, Noobers! And everybody starts, like, talking and being very excited. Oh, and he shouts it from a copper horn that he pulls out from underneath it. People start rushing to place their bets on this as the tiny halfling,
Yeah.
whenever the halfling young man, he's like eating the sandwich and he's just now finishing it. And he washes it down with what is probably ale, and he gets up and sort of wipes his face and starts drawing chalk, and you can see, the missionaries of the Shattered God being written down. There's a little like a symbol, probably to describe new. It looks like a star or something. All right. So this is Remnant Simon. What are your names?
I am Ink on Skin.
Soren Lazarev.
All right.
Isaac Baines.
How do you spell that? Baines? B-A-Y?
B-A-I-N-E-S.
Okay.
Isabella Baines.
B-A-Y? I'm kidding. Okay. All right. You don't have children together, do you?
We're
Brother
brother
and
and
sister.
sister.
So no.
Okay. All right.
I'm actually surprised. I thought we looked
Well, we-
quite alike. But people seem
Well-
to confuse.
We offered life insurance across the street. Anyway,
Of course. It's
she starts writing down some things. She's signing some things. And you see that there's like this apparatus that starts making clacking noises as she presses buttons on its typewriter. second goes by. All right. Looks like you crew. Okay. All right. Who's taking the All right, you're on official delve. On this document is your address. Show it to the conductor when you arrive on your level, both when you enter and when you exit the long way down. If you do not have your stub, you will be thoroughly inspected before re-entry into the city. Any questions?
No, none at all.
All right. A variety of, and you can see she's like reading off a thing she reads off for it. Well, she would be reading off it. She shouldn't say it all the time. A variety of services are available in the area, such as life insurance and a loan office. Here on the premises, we offer lodging on the upper levels, and on the lower levels is a suite of shops offering a variety of goods and services. These amenities are for sponsored delvers only. Please provide your stub to the sales representative, and they will be happy to help you. I also suggest eating a quality meal from our world-famous menu. Do you have any questions?
Upselling.
I think we are good, thank you. You're very good at that. Give it a lot of gusto despite having to say it all day.
Don't have to buy what I wanted to buy anymore. That's good.
Thank you.
Where are you? What?
It's got a board getting on the stuff over there that Randy has.
Alright, I guess we'll head back to the bar then.
Next! As you head back to the bar, you head over to the bar, and people have made space for you at this bar. As they see you approaching, several people move over, 4 slots available. And you are greeted by Delvemaster Brom and several of the people on the bar, like looking, like sort of leaning and looking over towards you, trying to get an idea of who they're placing bets on. They're sizing you up.
This has gotta look so weird.
Bro,
It's like,
they look at me with a
you
cane
have
and
a
a limp,
cane.
and they're like,
I'm just a
you
girl
all
in
of
a
it.
dress.
you just look like a young woman in a dress. At least, and
A big
you kind of look
poofy
like a
dress.
hippie. Like, if you asked them, like, does this guy do opium? They'd probably be like,
He's got veteran eyes.
He's got death.
Seen some shit.
Seen some shit.
I feel like if we live, whoever bets for us will make a decent bit of money.
First off, you are greeted with Delvemaster Brom saying, "Well, newbies get 2 drinks. One's free, one you buy.
Okay.
What do you want for free?"
Vodka's fine.
Vodka?
Vodka, vodka,
Vodka would be alright.
vodka. 4 vodkas. And he pours the 4 vodkas and he pushes them forward, sliding to each. Save that. You're gonna want it. The second thing, you gotta buy. It's a gold. That's right. And people are going like, "Oh, they're doing it! They're doing it!"
I can't consume this.
I think that's a gold. Looks like one.
Well, I strongly suggest you do. As these sort of double shot glasses are pulled out, and out of it looks like an icing piping bag. It has like a little nozzle, and the rest of it is like this like leather sort of sack. And into each squishes this like black ichor that is mixed like just like a dollop that's mixed with water, and he does so with some stirring sticks. Mixes it up and slides them over. That's called a black pit. I'll do one with you. And he mixes one up, sets it down. It's tradition here. at the only way up. Part of the reason we're here. You want that, and then you want to chase it with that vodka, clean you out.
All
It's
right.
gonna be good for you. This is good luck.
I'm gonna take it and then kind of put it to my mouth. or
Mistress
nose
goes,
and-
Would you like me to drink this?
We could try it.
Okay.
Cheers,
You can
then.
feel her crawling up and like creating like a mouth for you to use. Okay. So you have it, and instinctively, instinctively, 3 out of 4 of you smell it. You hear a sad boy in the distance.
I wish I
Um,
had snacks. I'm hungry.
It smells not good. A little bit like old shrimp.
Oh.
That's not what. That's
No, and salty.
It's shrimp
Like
paste.
you can smell
It's just
how
fucking shrimp
brackish
paste.
this is. Sort of like bouillon, like a very very concentrated thing, and you can see that like there's going to be a bit of a texture to this as it hasn't dissolved 100% into the water. But nonetheless, and it's like some of it has like settled on the bottom, but nonetheless, he holds out the thing and he drinks it.
I'm gonna.
You drink it in? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All of you taste basically what you smelled. Like salty, shrimpy. You ever had
Is this literally just shrimp paste?
you ever had shrimp ramen?
Nope.
no.
It's the worst of all the ramens you can buy. And my poor ass thought, this will be fancy.
Mm-mm.
No. That you have never experienced this is a good thing, but let me tell you, not ideal. It's like if you poured just that stuff into a shot glass, but a little bit more like burnt. And then you chase it with the vodka, which clears it right out.
How does Mistress react to alcohol?
About to find out.
She keeps it down. She goes, no more of that. And she recedes.
Sorry, Mistress.
As you do that, and you drink it down, and nobody chucks, several of the people start to go, holy shit. And they start to clap and like, woo! All right, I got a little faith. You can see some people like, no. Anybody can fucking do that. Like, and there's you know, a bit of a, you can tell that there's some lore you're missing. Some sort of like, this is some sort of, you proved something. You don't know what it is though. So you're sitting there. You do notice something on the delve slip though, as you look through it. You're looking through it like, this doesn't seem right.
Is it the fact that it says 5?
It is the fact that it says 5.
I noticed that.
Is someone coming with us?
I do not know.
Would have thought he would have mentioned it, no?
You'd think.
Interesting. Yes, that makes sense why there's 5 potions of healing and 5 rations then.
You got a 5th?
Not that we know of.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Show. Wow, actually.
Yeah.
Simon?
Mm-hmm.
There's a small fella kind of off in the corner over there. I think that's your guy. If it's not, he'll know.
Alright.
He works with him a lot.
Alright.
Okay. So we just go find him and then we'll...
Yeah, small fella, sort of points. Sort of, yeah, no, not that guy. Yeah, right there. And you can see off of this is what looks to be like a halfling, maybe a distance, in some like green robes.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Try not to bet against us if you can help it.
I don't bet.
Fair.
Let's look at the closest person to us and just be like, you'll be very disappointed if you bet on us not making it back.
Roll a persuasion check.
When do we do the coin thing?
Oh fuck. Did you ask Brom or
Yeah,
whatever you want?
Natural 19, so 23.
is there a hammer and nail somewhere?
You see, he's like, I got a good bet here. He's gonna bet on you. You're pretty sure.
Can we see like the?
No, there's no hammers. There's no hammers and nails lying around.
How do we?
Do we see like on the board the number of people who have betted against or for us or anything?
Not yet. It's
Okay.
still being compiled.
Gotcha.
Well, we should go get our fifth then.
I guess so.
Okay. So you walk over, and you walk past people, and the hype has worn down at this point. People aren't really paying attention to you. It's kind of low key, as they're wrapped up in yet another thing. A lot of people seem to be super regular here, and probably rent in the very near area or have at least been staged here for some time, because there's a lot of comfort here as far as like the vibe. Like, people aren't fighting, they're enjoying themselves, and you see several of the barmaids that walk around probably contribute to that, as every single bartender in here, male, female, doesn't matter, hot, all of them smoke shows. You make your way over, and it's sort of tucked away in this, what would be a corner if it had more space. There's not really anything behind it. And at this point, it's at the back wall, and there's only a few like gold pieces like on the wall where you're at. And you see a small individual, a halfling, sort of a green hood that's pulled back, just like normal sort of like leather underneath, sipping away at a drink, and just sort of spinning a hammer, just waiting. And then as you walk, sort of like looking at you guys and then looking back down.
Excuse us.
We are.
Are you my group?
Apparently.
Oh,
Apparently
good.
so.
All right. Well, sit down. Sit down. And as you do, hi. My name's Winder. I'll be a bit of a guide, I think. None of you seem regular around here.
It is our first time.
Okay. Well, I was, supposed to be doing this, so happy to have you along. Do we have everything we need before we go?
Apart from what we're supposed to get from here, yeah. I think we're good.
Okay, and don't forget to put your coin in the wall. I have a hammer ready for you.
Of course. Good.
I figured it'd be new, because I was not told who I was going to be with, and, well,
If they do not tell you, it is bad news for you.
sometimes. Or at least bad news for them.
We will do our best to be semi-competent.
Well, we're not heading anywhere crazy dangerous, so. You get your address?
It's
did.
on the voucher, yeah.
2A, 7, 8, 12, 11, okay. Okay. Well, hammer it somewhere. For sure. Go ahead.
Find a spot.
Yeah.
Zoom it in.
All probably together, I assume.
All next to each other. Well, ting, ting, ting,
Is there like
Yeah.
a place high up because Ink has a climb speed that she could like climb and?
So we're not doing them all together?
If you'd like to.
If we're all doing them next to each other, I'll do it next to you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so when
okay.
you do this, I need you to make an attack with a hammer.
Oh boy.
Is anyone proficient in hammers?
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so make an attack with either strength or dex
Oof.
at the coin as you hold the nail up to it.
6.
6. Ping! And you get like, it's in there, but it's like hanging.
15.
Bing! Right in the center.
I got a 16.
Okay, same thing.
9.
9?
Yep.
Not as bad as hers, but sort of off center. It's a little weird.
It's good enough.
You get it? Looks over. Watching you guys do this. Okay. You've put it in. You feel there's an interesting feeling to doing that. Nothing magical or anything. It makes you look at all the other coins and imagine who has been through here. Thousands. And the names crossed off and the riches that some people have. You see several successful people around here. You see some people with nothing. Or at least not much. Less than you, more than you. It feels like a turning point. Like you haven't stepped in the cage, but this felt like a line crossed. You feel a little. This is interesting for you. You don't know if your sister's coin is up here anywhere. So, you've completed the superstitious ritual of hammering a piece of gold into the foundation of this place. There are stairs that go down and stairs that go up on the sides. To go to either level, you can
Where do we get this stuff from?
access lodging from the requisitions down below.
Okay.
She said that.
I-
And she said, did you have any questions?
Yeah, I just.
And
wanted
you
to
said
make
She
no.
was droning a little.
Yeah.
Yes, she was.
Yes.
But she did say, do you have any questions? So, what do you want to do?
Well,
Speaking of requisitions, I'm about to go requisitions of food. I'm so hungry.
Well, should we pick up the supplies?
Yes, and
Yeah.
head
and
down.
then we head
Good
down
job.
to the pit.
Okay. So you head down to the lower level. It's more spacious in here due to the lack of foot traffic, but there's still a lot of people down here, maybe a couple dozen. As you walk down on the left side, and Wender sort of nods and just sips. It seems pretty disaffected. You head down, and there are several almost like booths in the wall with many different Dwarven employees that are able to fill requisitions or purchases. And there's a polite sort of line as a squad of 3 walk up and sort of talk about what they need with the requisitions officer. It seems like they handle everything in each booth. And you walk up to an available one, and it is a Dwarven man with a mustache that comes around into his sideburns and a long braid that comes down to the center, bald head, earrings all over his ears, and a really wide, they're like geometric gauges on either side of his nostrils. And he looks at you. What can I do for you?
Hello. We're here to pick up what we got right here.
What we got right here.
What we got right here.
Requisition. Okay. Well, you do have some store credit, if you'd like. You can't spend it anywhere else, so. 5 potions healing. How many of these do you guys got sitting around?
None.
I have one on
Oh.
me.
No.
One. I have
None.
none.
How do I end up? One of you is a thief.
I still
Uh,
nothing.
1. I guess we'll use the big ones.
Are you sure they're not just like scattered around the room somewhere?
2. No, I had 3 on at session 1 on the table.
Oh, I want a
Pass
big
it
bottle
around.
though. Here. You take a little bottle. I want a big bottle.
I believe
Size queen.
that's 5.
Oh my god.
I have another one. I still have a lid for it.
I would assume that's probably our boy's potion.
Oh yeah, he has one.
Moisture
So give me
inside
that
it.
one. Give me that back. He has one. Or he will have one. Okay, and you have food. You want to do that? Healer's kit is you already have it on your thing, but you had used it up. But
It
not-
has 9 out of 10 charges, so
It does.
yeah.
Okay, so just say 19 charges.
Okay.
It takes up 2 slots.
You get your food. You got your food.
He
I
doesn't need food. Wait, you don't
Oh.
need food either.
Oh yeah.
You have them anyway. They don't
So
know
you
that.
guys have extra food.
Now I have 6.
Can I have one of those?
I have 7.
Because if 2 of them didn't get food, you get 1 extra, and I get 1 extra.
Wait.
There's
I
We
got
were
2.
handed 4.
Yeah, I got 2. You get 2.
I only got 1.
wait. Where's the other one?
Yeah, someone took one then.
I didn't. I only have my 3.
Because I have my 4 here.
I literally just handed you 4. You guys can figure it out.
Oh, wait.
So,
How many did you hand me?
Just one, because you put one
I
over
put
here,
one.
and so I give it back.
I handed you 2.
You handed me 2.
So you have an extra one.
So you took one,
so
and
go-
you hand. Okay,
and
so you
gave
have
you
the 2.
one, so I would have 2.
Yeah.
You
Give
have
her
an
one.
extra one.
No.
What? No.
What?
I have hers and mine.
Yeah, that's it.
2.
And Randy's because I gave you.
Oh, did
I
Randy
Literally,
give you
yes.
his?
3. You had
You
3.
told me you handed me 2.
Anyway.
You-
Yes, and I already had 1.
Jesus
Christ
Christ!
Counting to 4 was the challenge
No,
here, guys.
but see, if you say I
Counting
have
to
1 and I handed you 2, that
Oh
means there
my
are only 3
God.
total.
No, there's definitely 3 there. So,
Oh,
I must have handed
asked,
you 3 then. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
Do my
misspoke.
Tinker's
Oh, you're good.
Tools take up a spot in my inventory? Because I don't have a card for it.
you
but,
don't have your Tinker's Tools card?
I don't think so.
Wait, do you own Tinker's Tools?
I should, because it's the only
Right.
way I can do rests.
Of course, yeah.
We started with it.
It might be in my card thing,
Is
but
that
yeah. I
calligraphy, weaver?
thought I gave that to you.
No. All I have is the rope and mess kit stuff from when we bought supplies.
How come? There we go. Yeah. I definitely had it. You want to look through this for it? I'll also see if it's just Tinker's Tools.
Mhm.
I'm surprised that those aren't
I didn't know
already
that-
in your thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that if it was a thing to take up a spot, and then I realized.
I it should be in one of those.
Pre-healing potion. So here's the tools and stuff. Leatherworker, carpenter, cobbler,
Tinkers?
mason, abacus.
I don't know. We'll get it to you though. Also, you have a ring you didn't look at.
Oh yeah, I have
'Cause
the
you're dumb.
rat ring.
Also, you guys have 50 gold in.
Oh, I have a bedroll, but I don't have a card for it. Unless, wait, did our bedrolls get destroyed?
No, mine's right here.
Or did I buy one?
You definitely all had
I
bedrolls
have it
too.
in my
Yeah.
inventory, but I didn't get a card
we'll
for
just account for it and we'll reconcile.
Oh.
it
Cut that
when
one
you're
out.
Okay, so 50 gold pieces in store credit.
done.
Alright, what?
And along with whatever, you can also pay for other stuff. Depends on
Yeah.
if you guys need anything or want anything.
Do they have, what are they?
They have everything.
So basically, these things, like
I have
this
What do
kind
you
of
want?
stuff.
What do you need? What do you think you need?
I
It's
will,
not only that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
literally
I'm just
what
trying
can
to
you
think of like if there's anything on here that sparks my interest.
Will we need any kind of climbing gear? We already have some rope.
You have one person that climbs.
I'm good at it though.
That's true.
It's the noise claws make. Fuck you.
The climbing gear noise.
Snick.
Schwicked. Schwicked. Anyway,
Can I look at those when you're done?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the only thing.
Yeah, I was just looking to see if there's anything that like caught my interest. I have 2 healer's kits, a healing potion, lantern.
You guys mind if I get some more daggers? I only have one, but if I need to throw them in any situation, it would help to have a few.
How much do those cost?
2 gold.
Oh, we have 50 of store credit, so.
I mean, how many things do you have on your person?
Right now I
I
have
have 2 more spots for
whip,
things.
gun, 1 dagger.
Did
so
you
I
want
could
this
get 2
dagger?
more and
I'll
have them on my.
hand her my dagger, the ceremonial dagger. Here, actually, I have a slip of paper for it somewhere. Thought it was in my.
Yeah, that has its own.
Cool. Thank you.
Can I get like a thing of oil for my lantern, just in case I need it?
Yeah, it'll go right in the lantern, so we'll.
Okay. Because I know we used it when we
Mhm.
were underground a lot, so I want to make sure that's full up
Yep.
before we leave.
So, how much is that?
5 silver.
Okay, 5 silver. I'll run a tab, and we'll see what we get to. Did you want 2 daggers?
I will take 1 more dagger, and that will fill up all my like on-person slots.
Do you want to get like an extra healing
Thank
potion
you.
with that? It probably
You wanna
couldn't
look
hurt,
at
right?
Isn't a healing potion 50?
Yes, but we could just use what's left over and put what we have towards the 50. There's
I
what?
suppose it couldn't hurt. Unless we need any other specific
Hmm.
tools.
Depends on what you want.
I'm gonna go to our buddy, our teammate.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you'd recommend us buying that we might need?
Oh boy.
Well, we've got healing potions
Yeah.
and stuff, but I didn't know if we need like any kind of
Well,
special
light.
gear. Yes, I have a lantern with oil.
Okay. Do you have a backup light?
No.
Okay. Do you have a light source? Other than that lantern?
Another light source would be a good idea.
Okay. I guess. You got a place to sleep?
Yes.
Bed rolls.
Bed rolls.
You got,
We don't have a tent anymore, but is that
I still have
we're not gonna be able
I
to
have
put a
a
tent
tent.
down
I have
there.
a tent in my.
okay?
I mean, we can. We
Yeah,
can.
that's all
If
right.
you have a tent, we can
It's just something we
use
have.
it, but yeah. Depends on where you're at.
Any kind of like special tools we might need.
Depends on what you're trying to do. For this job, I think we'll be in and out.
All
We
right.
have it. Pretty sure the Dell says 24 on it. 24 hours.
It does.
24 hours, yes.
I think it's a 24-hour job, so
As long as we have food and a place to sleep and some light, we should be alright then.
should be okay. You also don't want to take too much because there's stuff down there,
Of
and you want to be
course.
able to bring stuff up.
Can I, is there like lockers in this place?
No.
No.
Unless you bought a room.
Maybe we should get another potion.
Couldn't hurt. I also don't know if I want.
While you decide on that, I'm going to get munchy.
There you go, munchie.
I don't want to bring this with me.
Bring what?
My alchemist supplies. Or my tent. How much is a room?
25 gold. That does not count towards your store credit, though.
No. But it's cheaper than rebuying my alchemist supplies in case I need something different. Because those are 50.
Well, I mean, if you don't have them, you can't do long rest stuff.
Yeah,
If you need them for any reason, you won't be able to do any tests on anything.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Like, they're tools that you use, so
Yeah. Maybe I'll just discard this tent.
if you discard the tent,
It's too
Then you-
cold, that's whatever.
we'll have it.
Do
Anybody want some?
Yeah.
what are they?
Pretzels.
They're
Sure.
still good cold.
Do
Oh,
movie
yeah.
chips fit 1 to a slot in your inventory? Like if we
No.
found them,
So
how many
what
fit in one
facets?
slot?
Where
2?
the pepperoni was.
Mm-hmm.
Same with potions.
Pepperoni pretzel.
Shout out Annie Ann's. They're catering this event.
The officially unofficial caterers of
Okay.
Christmas Aves.
Don't No mms.
Does it go?
I don't want to hear it though. I want to hear your fucking mouth noises. Anybody. Everybody mouth shut. No mms. Disgusting.
Oh, don't do
Gross
that.
me
Nope,
out.
nope, don't do that.
Sorry.
I'll leap across this table.
Like a fucking
Okay, I would
badger.
love to see that. Will you just keep doing it?
Attack.
I want to see Sarah
No.
leave the table.
All right, so anything else you need or want? Also, where'd those item cards go? Well, it's not here, is it?
We've stolen them all. We now have all these items, and you can't stop us.
If you guys want to walk around with 5 feet move speed,
We should get another potion. How
do
much
it.
do we have left over in store credit? After the daggers and the gold, and it should be like 47.5.
That's what I have.
Okay.
So you want another one?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2.5 full.
Yeah, I'm getting the silver right now.
Do you have enough silver?
Oh yeah, I got more silver.
Yeah.
I should have enough silver. I don't know, I can't fucking see anything.
don't huddle away from the light.
I have to pee real quick while we're doing it.
Okay, I need 2 silver.
It does help if you put it in the light.
Wait, wait a minute. Wait, no, I lied. I'm looking. Silver, I was like, shiny, I don't need silver.
That's your floppy-eared boy. I might have.
Mm-hmm.
Should be 5 silver.
Okay.
I have plenty.
And the 2 gold. I wanted. There we go.
So you got a potion. You have the dagger, and then whatever the oil. Anything else you need?
I'm good.
We did say a backup light. Did you guys not get that?
Oh,
Yeah, we should get a backup lantern.
yes, another lantern.
They are 5 gold.
5 gold. I can-
It is also in here, I believe.
4, 5.
4, 5.
I guess I should do what Hannah's doing to get that out of the way.
Why are you?
Everyone's got to pee.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know. What do you want from me?
A fucking man
Hydro
bladder.
Louise.
Just an adult man's bladder.
Hannah has an excuse because she's on Spiro.
Well, that's I'm not yelling at her.
I don't need this.
Everyone's leaving. Yeah, here we go. Do you? I'm assuming you want the cheap one, and not the 10 gold bullseye lantern.
What was? Those just have like the slat.
The middle left and left. Bullseye lantern basically allows you for like a cone of light.
It's also a lot brighter.
Oh yeah.
Didn't we have a bullseye
I'll do a
lantern at some
bullseye.
point?
Okay. it
Damn,
out.
big spender. I shall cut this.
Go back and get platinum.
Okay. All right. So you got a bullseye lantern as well to
I'm
light the way.
assuming that has like 1 charge of oil with it.
Uh-huh.
when you buy it.
Basically says is I'm not gonna time it, but just like when you use it, the oil gets used for a sesh.
Sure.
Unless it's like 2 seconds or something. But okay. Can we get you anything else?
Sounds like we're about to have a mob boss meeting.
We might.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Where is this down?
I'm good.
Okay. You guys have any like I don't know, any other things you want to finish up before we head down there? Because once we head down there, we're down there.
I'm ready.
I don't think there's
Ready to begin?
anything else that we need to do. So,
Okay. If you think you'll be good. He gets up. Waiting for Alex. He gets up. Press the button too early.
squeaky stairs.
Fucking ambling.
At least it wasn't Hannah's fucking stair stomp.
Dude,
It was very
slappiest feet
stompy.
in all the land.
I try
Like fucking paddles.
I try to
I
purposely
let
go down
gravity
those
do
stairs
work for
quietly.
me. I just
Big boy.
So, you gather your stuff. You have all your items in your backpacks, and you have the loadouts you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there any preparations you want to do for, I don't know if you got spells or you got abilities?
I'm
Anything you
throwing
got
this
going?
out, so we're not.
I didn't think about the fact that if we get stuck down there and
You're
I use all my
throwing it
spell
out?
slots,
Well, yeah, I don't want to take it with me. So.
Mistress will get hungry.
well, we've the fifth member of our party you could eat.
Wow.
That is
Not
not.
eating homeless people, eating
I-
this
I
random
did-
person we
that
don't
was-
know.
I did the voice, but that was not an in-character joke. For the record.
Okay. So, you walk toward Big Mama number 3, which implies the first and second cage.
Yeah.
As you walk over to this, Wender says, yeah, did you bet on the Big Mama bet? Looks over to the board that says Big Mama number 3. And you can
No.
see as you look over, now it is starting to fill in the information. There seems to be more against than for, but a decent amount for. And Wender's a little surprised. Oh, okay. You know, if only some of us get back, the pot's split different, so we all make it back. It's a good thing. Anyway, you can do that. We've gone through. Well, this is their third one. It's been about 30 years. We're due. You know, this could be the one. Sure you don't want to bet?
What do you mean?
Oh, we could plumb it.
What?
Get on. And walks over to the I forget the name for it. The person that pulls the lever. You got the conductors are also downstairs, but well, downstairs is a word. But you actually, I'm gonna go with a different time here. We're gonna do this.
Owie.
You approach. No tater
There's
hacks.
not tater hacks.
You step up and you hand the delve slip over to the conductor of Big Mama number 3, who looks and Wender goes, "Hey George," and "Oh, hey Wender." "All right." Hands it, gives it back. He goes, "Okay, so you guys know about the thing, right? You're gonna
We saw it earlier.
Into the dark, right?
into the dark."
All
That's
right.
right.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest. If you don't say it with enthusiasm, it's not gonna count.
try my
This is
best.
unlucky.
All right.
It is unlucky not to just.
Understandable.
Okay. All right. All right, George, load us up. And he steps on, and the whole cage goes, and sort of like moves around a little bit. and you all step on, and you hear that sort of creak, and you hear the chains on the corners, like, sort of slipping, the metal against metal grinding. You can see on Big Mama, several people have carved their names onto the insides of the bars with different implements as they have gone down, many of which have been carved over. Some of them are like, S and W forever, stuff like that.
Jesus, with like a heart around it.
Right, and then there's just some stuff with like names. There's some dates. There's notes like, "Ooh, go this way, do that." If you end up here,
It's just a Souls game.
kind of, yeah. So you step on, and it sort of creaks under the weight, and the door is shut, and it's clamped down.
I'm just thinking of that message that says "try finger butthole."
Try it. There's a bit of a moment. Everyone looks, and then, like, everyone around the area starts to look, and then it starts to murmur. You see the murmur wave sort of, like, spread across the room. Okay, guys. Grabs his fist and starts pounds on the cage just once, and goes, "All right, look. Into the dark!" You all get one inspo. Seriously. As you now have earned 1 luck point for the day, as you have participated in all the rituals.
Hell yeah.
Is it a luck point or an inspo?
It's a luck point. It's the same
So
thing.
not an
It's the same thing. It doesn't. It has
Luck
no
point's
function.
way better.
It's like
No, a luck point
You can
lets
use
you
it after the
re-roll
roll.
a d20.
Yeah.
Inspiration
Or
just
it
lets
may-
you add.
Inspo you have to decide before you roll.
Yeah.
Luck you
point you
decide
can-
to
do
add.
you?
And luck you
Yeah,
also
I've
can
been-
make the other person re-roll.
Yeah.
No, we have a luck point. So
I miss luck points.
the cage. The cage begins to as very quickly your stomach sort of drops as you're dropped a little bit faster than you imagined, as it just sort of like releases you as you you hear the clink 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 going down, and it's just black cavern. Pretty soon the only thing that you can see is above you, what little light is coming down, and you start descending. There's a hewn sort of aspect to this, and you're utterly alone, and it takes a second. Wender, you can hear him sort of, okay, so before we get down to the conductor, I'm on a separate sort of thing as well, so we're going to split up at a certain point, but we'll get the job done, we'll do it together. Then we'll make camp, we'll wait around a little bit, I'm going to leave for a little bit, and then come back. And then you can do whatever you want during that time.
all
We
right.
make it back together, and we should be fine. Is that good? Now, we don't mention that to anybody because well, you knew, so you can conduct your own business as long as you do it within the allotted time.
Understandable.
That makes sense?
It does.
Good to know.
And there's a lot of things that us Delvers keep between ourselves and not the uppers because they all want to cut. So,
Makes sense.
alright, so be cool.
Sure.
Will do.
Alright, we're almost there. Ting, 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 ting. And then there's a sound as you can hear the like brakes of the chains start to like hold on to them a little bit more to slow your descent, and then they and you stop in the first open cavern that's available. Level 1. Actually, level 2. The second open cavern that's available. You are at first cast in utter darkness. And then as you reach that, it's lit up gently. You see ahead of you a well-hewn cave, carved out. Looks like with many tools. Looks pretty proficiently done. There's guardrails along the sides that keep you off of that I don't know if you've ever seen like a cave tour. Basically, it looks very similar to that. And down there are two dwarves. There's a lantern on a small table, and they have two chairs, and they sit next to each other, and they have what looks to be like a couple chests filled with stuff for them. And they have a few other things. Again, there's writing on the walls here of different people. And I wonder if this would be a little bit better. Too hype. Let's see. As you take in this dark space, it goes on for a while, and you lose sight, but it's like kind of the only direction that this goes in. You step off, and the two dwarves are go, ugh, and they start getting up. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Here's your dough slip. And dough slip. Okay. Head down. Follow the signs.
Will do.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Closes the door behind you guys and pulls another lever, and it starts to.
As soon as that happens, I am going to cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
So the black inky tendrils come out of the crevices in her body and start to cover around her clothing. And like a silhouette.
I've seen all sorts of shit.
Figure I should
That's weird.
protect myself. Since we are down here now.
Yes, you should all protect yourselves. Anyone else have whatever that is?
No.
I'm gonna light the lantern.
Okay, so you light the lantern. Actually, hurts a little bit after the little bit of a dive down, and you adjust it so that the oil doesn't burn too fast, and just the flicker fills the room, and it's maybe 7 feet up, 6 feet wide, and sort of snakes a little bit as you walk forward. The other dwarf that was sitting there, as you walk by, has a drinker of like this flask that's opened up, and then offers it to any of you. You guys want a drink?
I already just had some up there. I am good.
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, more for me. Does it, and then they just start talking to each other and continuing to play what looks to be a hand of cards. Okay. Now, I don't need your lantern. I can go off in front a little bit.
All right.
Sure.
And
Question before we start. You said that there were things that Delvers kept between each other.
Oh, yeah.
Would you happen to know?
Oh, no. Do not ask me questions within earshot of any of these people. We will get out of here. I'm telling you.
All right.
That starts to walk. The guardrails are there for a little bit, and then they stop being a thing. You can see this is a well-traveled path. There's well tamped down floors. The walls themselves are starting to be smoothed by just the air movement in here and people like touching it. And it doesn't have much of a Like in the sewer, there was sort of like this cold humidity. Here it's, at least right now, it's dry, earthy. It doesn't really have a terrible stench or anything. The air is not as stale as you thought it was going to be. Any preconceived notions that you may have had, the only thing that really settles in is the temperature down here is definitely colder, kind of like how it is right now in reality. So it's good for the sensories. The caves begin to get more natural, and they start to branch. You see small branches move out. You see probably what used to be sort of like natural, like imagine like a deer path that was cleared out but in a cave. So it used to be traveled naturally, and then whoever came in here and cleaned it out expanded that natural. So it seems to go around probably certain hard areas of rock. You can see that some portions were mined, and then it sort of stops as they hit this like black, hard rock. You move for a little bit and curls around, and then Winder comes back out of the darkness from in front of you. Says, "Okay, what did you have to ask?"
Well, we needed to come down here because we need to find the Undercity,
The Undercity?
but we're not sure how to get there.
Oh, you're not going to be able to get to the city.
Why not?
You'd have to cross.
To cross?
Where do you... Yeah. We're on this side of the crack. Crack's that way.
To go.
If we cross it, the crack is the worst part of it.
Why is that the worst part?
It's no man's land. No shelter. It's wide open. Trash is fucking thrown down there. All sorts of shit's down there. The worst of the worst is in the middle.
How do people typically cross if they do?
Fucking physically move across.
How long does it take?
Depends on where you're at, where your crossing is, what you're trying to get to. A lot of different things can happen. Why do you need to go? What do you need to go to the city for?
Someone is...
Because the only thing on the other side of the city, I mean, there's the Undercity. But the Kingmeister over there. You got croc problems.
We need to
you got,
talk to the Gloom
Croc.
Broker.
Problems.
Did you say
Yes.
you fucking people?
Yes.
No offense.
None taken.
They have something about us that we need to get back.
Oh, you gonna try to strong arm the Gloom Broker?
No.
No, but probably
Glad I'm
make
not
a
gonna go do that with you.
deal with them.
You have anything to offer? You should not be saying this word as much as you're saying.
We were told this.
I don't
He
understand.
I'm so glad that I didn't wait much longer. If you say his name, he will arrive at a certain point. And if you do not have anything to offer him, I do not like your chances.
Oh,
Yeah, so we should...
You say his name out loud and he shows up? I did not say name.
I understand.
Just bring it down.
Yeah.
Like,
I kind of have a question, though. Not about X person.
X person.
Something different. Something different than the croc problem.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Oh well. Another sort of like. What are you doing?
He's trying to
Stop
open
it. Just let me have it.
I'm frustrated.
Jeez.
My nail keeps
Driving
slipping.
crazy. Weed
I was trying to not be fucking very loud.
Well, it
but
didn't work.
that's not what. Nope.
You didn't want
Nope.
it?
I have one that I bit off.
So. So. The crocs. You ever heard about sewer crocodiles?
I thought that was just
no.
a rumor.
It is. They're actually people.
Oh.
Sort of crocodilian people. Not
Oh.
real crocodiles. They can't live down here. Anyway, they moved in after the crack, but only down. They haven't done anything up on the city. So like some people are like, well, they won't. No, there are things. Very violent. I do not suggest getting into a tussle if you can help it. I've only been into a couple encounters with them, and I mean they're fucking brutal. The king mice and them. You guys cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You seem very. Don't take this offensive. You seem a little too naive to be like bad. Does that make sense?
Actually.
Like,
It's pretty fair.
We are new to this, but we are not. We are. If you're asking if we are rats, we are not going to say anything to anyone. We do not care what things are going on.
roll persuasion check. We have advantage since everybody is on the same page here.
Yeah.
19.
Alright, what time is it? Alright, I'm running out anyway. You're gonna find out anyway. Halfling goes away. And what is there is a small, sort of like brown mouse. A mouse folk.
Is there a reason you disguise?
Yes. We don't show up very often. I'm on the wrong side.
Understandable.
Well, the kingdom's on the other side.
So you like one of the other rat people, or
No.
Mice
No.
are different than rats. It's a little
No.
racist.
It is a little bit.
I'm sorry, I've never met one of your kind before.
That was also a little bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Where are you from? Sort of stuff.
She's
Here.
not gonna ask to put its
Right
fur,
here.
is she?
You run across another one, I don't know them necessarily. Yeah. Well. Anyway. You just gotta get to a point of crossing. You don't have to cross. Our destination is right around that space. We're basically headed to, if I'm reading this right, yeah, we're headed to the, there's a small sort of, they call it a lake, it's more of a pond. It's got a collection of, well, the rumors are it has a collection of moon ships in it. It's newly scouted, so.
I have a quick question, by the way, just on how this works. It says we get paid 350 gold, which is great. It says minimum 6. Does the price we are paid go up at all if we are exceed that for some reason? We can only
No,
carry
I know
so
it says
much.
no bounty on there, but oftentimes
Okay.
Revenant Simon will make it worth your while.
Just curious.
But also, Simon understands that there's value in these things. If you get what is said on there and you keep some for yourself, it's not frowned upon if it's reasonable. If you start taking too many liberties, people get a little upset.
Understandable.
Anyway. Don't say that name.
Sounds good.
I don't want
How
and
do
really
we...
genuinely have something to trade him.
What kind of stuff would be valuable enough?
It's hopefully something we run across along the way, something of value. If you brought something down, that's fine too.
When Moonship, I assume he probably already has moon chips, but
He would, yeah.
okay.
Something like that has value down here. Gold is... Some people deal with it if they go to the surface. Gold does not.
However,
Not always.
considering we should not speak his name, how do we find this individual?
Like I said,
You say his name and
Speak
then
his
he
name.
Okay, I was
comes
just
to us.
you go
making
to a
sure.
crossing and you say the name and then you wait around.
All right.
Which is not necessarily the safest thing to do, but if you're asking for... I mean, that's how it happens, so...
This is very foreboding.
I'm... yeah.
Yeah. I do not like it down here very much.
I know. Some people are not built for it. Well,
Oh, you know, this is a weird question, but you seem to know a decent bit about down here.
starts walking. Can we walk at the same
We will walk, yeah.
Yeah.
Starts walking, and he is taking it upon himself to guide all of you. It seems, though, that you're picking up, specifically Isaac is picking up as you're having this conversation. There are symbols that match your address that sort of semi-guide you around the space. So all you gotta do is look for them carved into different portions of the wall or different things, and it helps guide the way without... It seems that there is a system here meant to maintain lack of official knowledge by the people that go down here so that people can't hyper farm.
So is that why the address is like this, to obfuscate
It
the
seems
information?
it seems as
I was gonna
though
ask.
it seems as though that there is it's like proprietary.
Mm.
What were you gonna say?
Question:
Mhm.
Does my sated symbiote +1 HP or +1 armor
Yes.
class? Does that stack
Yes.
with mage armor? Okay.
Yeah, it's just your base AC is 11. So
Because this
Or
just
whatever, yeah.
this just makes it mage
your
armor
dex
is
is.
just 13 plus your dex.
yeah, so it makes it 13 plus dex plus 1, so 14 plus dex. However you want to math it in your head.
And I picked bludgeoning as my resistance.
Okay.
I was going to ask, has he seen anything like this before? And I'll show him that orb, because it presumably came from down here.
I mean, I've seen orbs and black things.
I just wasn't sure. My sister, I believe, found this down here some years ago, and I
Well,
have not learned of its purpose.
Can't say that I know anything about that.
Well, perhaps I can ask what's his name.
Is
Goal
it
for him.
It's a good
magical?
code name.
I believe so. It appears to be. It is. I'll show it to her. It's like a black, smooth orb, and inside is sort of like a line of light that appears to point north. You wouldn't necessarily know that, but Ink would tell you that.
Yeah. And in fact, it does still point that direction. So technically, you have a
Compass.
reference down here,
Yeah.
which is good. It can be disorienting down here.
I'm going to note as have we walked in a straight line away from the elevator?
You have
This point?
walked.
Basically,
not in a
what
straight
direction
line.
the elevator is.
Okay. Do I kind of know roughly?
Yeah,
we've turned,
I'd
where
say
the
I'd say
elevator is?
right now you know roughly
Okay.
where you're at. You could get back from here. It hasn't been very complicated.
Okay, I'll make it like
There's been like two like offshoots, and they've been distinctly smaller. So.
I'll make a mental note of like what the direction this is relative to where we came from.
It is pointing to your right as you walk, so you're headed west. At least right now. The cave system continues to wind as you follow Wender into the dark expanse. It starts to open up a little bit. Sort of a chamber more than just a cave. And you can see out.
An idea.
You can see
Sorry.
out, kind of beyond the light of the lantern. The edges of this opens up, and you can definitely see the light sort of dies in an expanse that's wider than the cave mouth, and Wender looks at there's a symbol up above the sort of opening, and it matches the third symbol on there. All right, I'd say kill the light personally, but you might not be able to see.
I'm going to lean down and out of my hand the little globs come out until Mr. Buttons is formed.
Okay.
Mr. Buttons can see in the dark, but I can't.
What the fuck?
It's
Mr. Buttons.
This is my cat.
Hi, kitty.
The more questions you ask, the more confused you'll get.
Anyway, he could see in the dark and I could look through his eyes, but I can't look through mine if we need to scout.
I don't know how that works.
In the dark?
Do you want to use the cat to tell you stuff?
To look ahead?
Okay, that cat's gonna be dead. Are you okay with the cat dying?
I think it would be hard to kill the cat. It is goo. It's a goo cat.
I can go ahead. You can do either.
I can
You
also
want the cat
see
to
in
walk
dark.
with me? The three of us could go.
I can't see in the dark, so
I
You-
can't
if,
either.
If you want to wait, just sort of at the mouth, quietly,
probably a
and
good
then
idea.
we can signal you if something bad happens.
I'm okay with that.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
I will gaze of two minds
Yeah.
on.
You sort of got the little. Okay. Wonder goes, alright, and he walks into the shadow and, to your mind, disappears entirely. As soon as he enters the darkness.
Interesting.
Like, strangely.
I'll walk forward as well.
Okay, stealth?
Yes.
Stealth?
I don't know what Mr. Buttons' stats would be.
It's a cat.
Just a
21.
cat
Probably
stat?
plus 1, 2. I'll give you plus 2, I
It's
don't know.
18.
20, there you go.
21.
21. A cat might have proficiency in stealth, I don't know. It's high enough, but you can look it up. You start to move out into this. It's not that fucking crazy. You start to move out into the space, and it's sort of like a rounded on the left side, and then on the right side, it sort of is pocked with like holes in the wall.
Like it looks like people
looks
have
like-
Plus 2.
No, it looks like
broken into it.
looks like many like almost like you ever seen a mountain and like birds live in it?
Oh,
It almost looks like
okay.
that.
Okay.
But you can hear the you can hear airflow and sort of like this like
This hole was meant for me.
you see it's lots of
This
holes.
is my hole.
Junji Ito is the only manga that I will endorse.
And near all of that on the opposite side of the wall, you see a strange like impression in the like natural dust of the cave that extends in a perfect circle. Like something, it looks like someone took a big like cup and like upended it and went like this and then pulled it away. Just a perfect circle of dust. And then above that and around it, you see like definitely slight undulating stuff on the ground near that. Definitely congealed. It almost looks like it reminds you of like an anthill almost, but like bunched up on like one portion and then spread out. And it's not just like contained to that. It sort of dissipates, but you can see it up on the walls a little bit. Of this like there's like movement, but you're not close enough to understand really what's going on. You see the same exact thing through Button's eyes.
Okay.
You can tell them if you want. You can
I'll
keep
be
it yourself. It's
I'll
whatever.
be relaying to
Yeah.
these two as I hold on to Isaac's
Mhm.
arm since I can't see.
I kind of looked to our mouse guy, whose name I forgot.
You can't see him.
I
Well,
can't.
he's
Oh, I still
gone.
can't see him. He's gone.
You don't.
Oh, no.
He's out of sight.
He disappeared as soon as he crossed the threshold.
When he went into the darkness, just gone from sight.
Meow.
Did it look like he did this a similar like effect to the blue-haired woman who went invisible? No, just totally different. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't like do any things.
I'm already sneaking, so I'm gonna
Can
quietly.
Mr. Button smell him?
Smell for him?
Yeah, smell
Do
him.
cats have keen sense?
They have keen smell, yeah.
Try it. Perception check.
Mm,
You under what?
Advantage.
I'm just
on
gonna
wisdom.
try and quietly say, "Hey, are you still around here?" Stage whisper.
Oh wait, I'm looking at
16.
16, okay. You start to look, or Mr. Button starts to look in a direction and smell. And she says, she was like, hey, where are you? And you hear from, not far from you, maybe 10 feet away, yeah, we're good. I don't know what that is. You want it? It's up to you.
At this,
Yeah, you can stage whisper.
at this floor thing, like, we could probably kill whatever this is if it's a dangerous thing, right? What's normally on here?
Stuff, it's not normal.
Your accent suddenly.
It's like
I'm sorry, I forgot I need to do accent. I was doing stage whisper.
when you don't talk in your accent, you're speaking your language. And he's just like, what? No, I can't speak normal. And it's like I don't fucking. It's not necessarily you can count on it. It's just more people are up here, so less stuff gets filled in. So it's not always necessarily safe.
Is there another way to go, or do we need to go through this no matter what?
Well, exit's on the other side of that, and you can see, like, it's not like in the way. It's not like right at the door, but like beyond that, sort of around the sides, you do see like a continuation. There's another one that goes in another direction, but that's not. He's saying we gotta go. That way.
Is there enough room that it's conceivable that we could kind of sneak around
Try
it?
it. Yeah. I'm gonna go talk to the others and tell them what we saw. And
I will wait here.
he sort of walks back, and once he comes out of the shadows, back into the cave where you guys are at, where the lantern comes, you just see him sort of walk in, and he takes the hood off, and or he doesn't take the hood off. He sort of moves it back from his face. His ears poke out of parts of it, and okay, so. Okay, so, it's like a circle, and, I don't know, some sort of
Oh, yeah.
movement shit.
I already told them what we were seeing.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, we decided that we can either try to sneak past, or just fuck it, or bring the light in. Depends on what you guys want to do. We can try to sneak.
Do you think it's something we have to sneak?
No clue, but, you know.
Because I'm not the sneakiest.
Well,
Neither
we can
am
go
I.
in. We can go in blazing and just see what happens. Just bring the light out, or we can
We could try to sneak.
try.
and
We could try to sneak.
If it
It's up to
fails,
you.
it fails.
Fair enough.
The problem would be trying to see in the dark.
Not a problem I have.
I can't see in the dark.
Oh, I don't
You
have
can't
any
see in the
humans.
dark.
Yeah.
We'll probably just have to. I can hold on to Ink. You can hold on to your sister while she sees through the cat.
I would have to move myself.
While not being able to see.
It's like a
Put the cat on your
third-person game, third-person shooter.
Put the cat on my head. That's not a bad idea.
Yes, you're welcome.
Mr. Buttons is walking back towards you, and he climb. He walks up the side of you,
Disgusting.
and then he just sploots over top of your head,
Kitty
and
split.
you're like a little bit taller now. It feels.
All right.
This is a bit
not a bad
weird.
idea.
but-
We'll see what happens.
Sure. I'm gonna go back out there and
All right.
tell her. And walks into the shadow and disappears out of sight. And you hear from near you. They're gonna try to sneak.
This should be interesting.
Okay. Did you see anything else? You haven't. It just looks like it, again, sort of like a little bit of movement up on the wall or around the wall, like around the place you're going, up on the wall around it. Just a little bit of like movement. It's like It's like hard to like really tell until you walk over there.
I've not seen anything that you don't already know. I'm going to prepare for the worst.
Too bad I can't stay.
I got my little hat.
Yeah, but
Velcro headband.
split it around.
You need the little
Too
beanie.
bad he can't split. He does have eyes on the back. I do have a beanie with eyes on
You
it.
do. You should bring that down next time for whenever you do the.
Mm-hmm.
God, I want to go get it now. When am I ever gonna do this again?
When are you ever going to use the
Next time
cat
we're in the
with
dark.
dark vision to use your dark vision
I
thing
guess
that you just
so.
found out you can do for
I guess
fun?
so.
Probably you're spamming that.
I would. I know I would
Like,
if I had
come
access to
on.
that.
Yeah, since
every
I
time.
didn't take the darkness fucking
Devil's Sight?
Yeah, the devil sight stuff.
Okay. So,
Isabella's a cat girl now.
I need stealth rolls
Is this with
from
dis-
everybody again.
is it gonna be with disadvantage since I'm holding on to her or no?
You don't have disadvantage
Okay.
on anything
I just want to make sure.
as you're being guided.
No, that's bad.
Exactly where I thought it was gonna be.
I'm gonna use my luck point.
Same.
Luck?
No, I'm
Anybody?
fucking saving that. I'm failing the stealth roll. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
We'll stick with this.
Oh, I went
There's
from
a
a nat
DM.
1 to a nat 20.
There's a DM inspo out there somewhere. I only have one right
Oh
here.
yeah, I have one too.
He's got an
So
inspo.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll use it. Why not?
Okay.
25.
11.
Is that what you're keeping?
I don't. Yeah, I'm
Wait,
not using my.
You have a
Is
luck.
luck
it-
point.
I'm
The
not
in-
using my
I
luck.
thought the
Okay.
inspo.
Wait, is this?
You
a-
also can add your.
I know. I want to save that. Is this an actual like? Add it to the roll, or is it like a new roll?
It's a new roll.
Okay, so yeah, that's 11.
Okay. Well, I have
Mine
it
is
now. It's
also 11.
fine. 11.
5.
I'm very clunky.
Hmm.
With your luck point?
Yeah, homie.
It was
we
a
got,
1.
We got 6 decks. I don't know what you want from me.
I
Okay.
have 16 decks, but
Well, these are like group passes fails
Yeah,
sort of things.
I kind of figured.
the twins are in danger.
Me too.
You walk forward, and you start walking around, and you all see now, like I said, this like ring of like dust pressed into a perfect. At this point, looks like a 20-foot circle from side to side.
Mhm.
And you can see as you get closer, Ink and Isabella now, since you have dark vision. You can see what looks like pieces, like matted down and destroyed pieces of like an old camp, like someone had spent time here. You can see actually a lot of texture on top of things that are shaped like swords and armor and bodies, and then a large cluster, not really in the center, but like center adjacent, sort of a cluster of this undulating sort of mass. You can hear this sort of like, but like a lot of them all over the place. And as you sort of like push around the edges of
Don't
this,
make a baby spider.
as you push around the edge of this, Soren, you put your hand up on the wall, and Isaac, you put your hand up on the wall to like steady yourself and kind of keep it on your left. And the two of you, one after the other, like at first you don't really notice, and then you both sort of push your hand through this this creepy textured sort of crawl. There's things on you, and you
It's baby spiders.
and when you do, there's like a burst of like blue light as these like dozens and dozens of these small little, they're sort of spiders. They're not though. They have like 6 legs that sort of hang down on the bottom, and they have like a thorax, wings that come out, and then like that thorax glows blue when the wings unfurl from it. I don't call it kind of like a ladybug with spider legs, but with
I
like
don't like
and a
this.
firebug mixed together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, like this, and
Already.
then from your hand, nothing happens. It's an entirely harmless experience.
Oh.
But you realize this entire space is
Covered in them.
Covered with them. And he goes, Wender. Oh shit!
What's that?
What are these?
Oh, they're just light bugs, or whatever. I don't know what they're called.
Light bugs?
From a sourceless, you can't see him. He's sourcelessly in this lightless environment.
So we shouldn't be worried
I
about
don't
them.
think they're harmless or harmful.
Well, I just ran my hand through them accidentally, and
That's good.
I didn't get
Oh,
harmed.
they hang out in the crack usually, but I don't know, maybe over there. You can hear the wind coming through. Maybe it's access. I don't. Very, very small though. Like you couldn't go through.
All right, that
I
is
guess-
relief.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
well, we should take all this shit.
Is this not perhaps someone else's things that they might come back for?
Just
You,
I am joking. I am thief.
you see,
I am joking, I am thief.
he laughs. Okay, I mean, how do you want to? You just want to run through them and let them scatter around the room? I don't care.
I could.
Kind
I have
of
enough
want-
bullets.
You could
I
probably
let
do
out-
that light now, though. Honestly,
I kind of
Flop
want
the
to
lantern
wait
back.
before you.
oh, okay.
lantern goes on, and wherever you have pointed that lantern,
Oh,
No,
just
I
blue
was.
light as they go away from the light and onto the other
It's
side of
only
the
like
Never
cavern.
mind.
20 feet.
It's not all of them.
Yeah, it's not all of them.
It's just a little bit of them. Why would you want to do?
Before he turned it on, I wanted to go run into them to make it all
No,
light
there-
up. blue
hold on.
Before there was light in the cavern.
No, there's not. Again, it's not all of them.
Yeah,
just,
I know, but now there's light. It's not as cool.
You want to turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll turn it back off.
Okay. So you turn it off, and in that center area, like that circle, you guys haven't passed that sort of like weird circle. You want to run into it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go.
This is how we
I'm
find
gonna
out
just
they're
run
actually
into
harmful.
it daintily.
And this is how
There's some
Isabella
other thing
dies.
underneath.
They just wedge
You
up all their
see
joints.
Isabella take a step forward, and her step lights up with blue as they with every step, and then she opens her arms and frolics through the center. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw because there's stuff on the ground.
Jesus.
15.
15. You avoid most of the problems as you run through. You don't trip on anything, and you go like this, and just like creepy, like Pocahontas with the leaves, but bugs,
I love
and light bugs, and they just avoid you, and then they cling to places where you guys aren't. Totally harmless bugs. You see on the ground now that Isabella has cleared it, and you turn the lantern back on with a sort of like a you sort of smirk. It's fun. She doesn't do childish things very often for joy, and she enjoyed that apparently. You look around, and there are sparse supplies all over. The only place that the bugs stay is they're clustered around something. It's almost the size of a baseball, it looks like. They're clustered on it. But there are... I mean, there's lots of things here. Definitely the matted remains. They seem to have picked the bones clean. And
These things eat?
it seems
flesh?
like they have... It seems like they're scavengers, and they have just eaten and maybe have propagated in this space along these bodies. Kind of like maggots
It's fascinating.
and flies.
I will investigate the thing that they are all.
Yeah, I want to put the
Clustered
lantern and
on?
just like shine
Okay, you
it
put the
right
lantern
on it.
over it, and there's definitely like part of an arm, and it's been cut, but it's holding something, and in the hand, like all around, is just this mass of bugs. I don't know if you've ever seen like ants on an apple,
Yeah.
but like way too many, like a time lapse thing. Very similar to that, and they don't move from the light, though they you can see that like when the light goes over, you can see them like sort of shift and try to prevent the light from getting in. But they're all on there. They're not like moving a bunch. They're like going or anything. They're just like on there and sort of huddling away from the light.
Is it like
Like
a
a swarm
closed
of
hand?
No,
Bees.
well, I mean, no, really, but you see like it's like a general looks sort of like it would be like this,
Okay.
and then it just is covered.
If I look closer, is there anything in the hand or
Do
anything?
you want to move the bugs?
Can I pick it?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
take a
just
dot.
wipe them away.
Dagger, and you just sort of like scrape them off.
Yeah.
And you go and it like scrapes across stone, almost. And you see a little white. Gleam.
Moonship.
Is it like a whole moon chip? I'm gonna
There's
take
one.
it. Hey.
There
Hey.
you go. First found moon chip.
1 of 6.
Yes.
Okay. So you take that and all right. Okay. There's tons of other shit in here.
Yeah, can I pour over the bodies and see if there's anything worth it?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll an investigation check. Meanwhile, I'll give you everything that is easy to find.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be so high.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Ooh.
26. I have expertise in investigation, so
So, I don't have an expertise, but I do
7.
have.
Okay. So there's several things. First off, on the bodies you find a chain shirt, a forgery kit, leather armor, a shield, a dagger, a maul, and a scimitar. Here.
oh, okay. Thank you. I was about to start writing that shit down and.
Yeah.
All right.
What? You're 26. You said?
Yeah.
Okay. You find a tent.
Okay. Funny enough.
There you go.
How are we holding all of this?
However you want to distribute it. You also find within that tent, as you look at it, with your 26, you find a hunting trap, sort of lightly covered with like a what is essentially would be a rug, but it's not very heavy. It's like a t-shirt basically over top of it, just to cover it in front of a small like lock box.
Well, I'm gonna take the lockbox
Okay.
if I can safely,
Yeah, you can.
or I can
reach
set
o-
off the trap real quick.
You
and
can
then-
reach over.
Yeah.
And as you pick up the lockbox, it's wood, and it is like deteriorating and spongy, and it sort of like starts breaking apart in your hands. You sort of open the lid, and the lid sort of like the hinges pull out, like the rusted screws pull out of the back of it, and you sort of toss it aside. And inside, you find these two things.
Okay.
And did you want to set off the hunting trap?
No, I'll leave it.
You'll leave the hunting trap?
I'll point it out though.
There is a hunting trap. Anyone want the hunting trap?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to that one. What is it? It's Alchemist Fire.
Wender's like, you don't want that?
The hunting trap?
I'll take it. And he leans down in the light and taps it to make it go off, and it closes shut, and he takes the hunting trap.
Who wants what?
Oh, and you
What is,
find
We
what
have
did we get?
a scimitar,
a scimitar.
a
Scimitar.
tent, a maul,
As you're looking around, you also find this,
dagger, a shield,
a piece of fruit.
chain shirt, a forgery kit, which I'm gonna hold on.
So the armors, by the way, take up 2 slots.
Okay, and then leather.
I have like no room to
I
carry
could
things.
put the leather armor to use, probably.
Can only one 50-foot thing of hempen rope fit in one slot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this one's
Did I
probably worth a
use
good
my
amount of
rope?
money. The chain shirt.
Yeah, it has values on there that is the rough, like,
I could-
your understanding of what market value would that you would pay.
Yeah.
Not necessarily what you get back,
Of course.
but, like, yeah.
I
Can I
could
see the forgery kit?
probably
Did someone already take that?
carry
I'm
the
gonna hold
chain
on to
shirt.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hold on to it. If you want to hold on to it, if you have more room
No,
than
that's
I do,
fine.
I
I'm
didn't
gonna have
think
to make
about
some
just
decisions
taking
once we
This
find
is
out.
fun.
I have
That's why I
5
like it.
I have 5 slots available to
5
carry.
slots. Would you like?
And you said 2 moon chips per slot, right?
That's correct.
Well, there is a chain shirt, which would probably fetch a decent amount
Sure.
of money.
Someone could probably just like wear that.
Can any of us wear
Possibly.
If you're not proficient in it, your speed is
Medium
reduced.
armor?
You don't meet the
Is it
chain
medium
shirt.
armor?
Medium.
Chain shirt, I believe, has a strength threshold as well.
There isn't one listed.
If there's not for it, then you know.
I think plate might be the only one with this strength.
No, there's
I think
definitely some of the
plate,
heavy
half
armors
plate.
have like.
Plate, half plate.
There's a 13, a 15, and a 17. I believe it's
Yeah.
it's.
Chainmail.
Chainmail.
Medium,
I think it's chain mail.
probably.
Chain
half
shirt
plate,
counts as
or it's a
medium, not
breastplate. Maybe.
heavy.
I don't remember.
It's anything in the heavy armor category. You're gonna
Yeah,
get
I
that.
think chainmail. I think Alenia had chainmail early.
Yeah, she had actual chainmail.
Armor takes up 2 slots.
Yes,
What
just
about
because
the
it's if you're not
shield
wearing it, it's just
and
big and bulky.
Okay.
And obviously the heavier
I
side
have
is real
2
heavy.
spots. I could
There's
carry stuff.
Also, some fine wine, if anyone wants that. I don't really care for it.
But a trade good or something you can just fucking drink. You can add that to meals.
Well, we could
I'll
take it
carry
for now. And
this
if we have to get rid of
and
it, we can.
Well, we don't really need all of this. It's just if we
well,
want
for
it.
now, and then if we don't want
Fair
it, we
enough.
could just throw it. But is the shield 1 slot?
Full Tarkov mode.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Tarky. All of it's 1 unless otherwise stated.
Okay.
Well, I'll hold on to this.
Yeah.
I assume
Armor is
one of
2,
my slots
scimitar.
is
Great weapon, like
Tinker's tools.
two-handed weapons are 2.
So this would be 2 slots.
It's yeah, if it's 2. If
It is 2-handed.
Yeah, if it's two-handed,
Two-handed
it's 2
heavy.
slots. Yep. If anything you don't want and you're leaving, Wender will take.
Right. Well,
I assume that. How was the slots, by the way? Because I know I had mine was at 9 or not 9, 8 for
It
some
is
reason.
equal to your strength total,
Okay, so
not your
8,
bonus.
so I can have 10.
Mhm.
Alright.
And
And then, over the course, you might get items and stuff to increase this and change it. But
okay, I didn't even think about it, but I probably would not have brought my calligrapher supplies to a fucking dungeon.
I'll allow it.
Okay. Like my
Well, I said
calligrapher
look
and
at your shit
weaver
before
stuff.
you leave.
I didn't even think about it.
This is
Okay.
your last time, though.
Okay.
I guess I'll hold on to the fine wine for now.
I
Yeah,
have
you might
rope,
as
but I
well.
don't remember
Might
if
as
I actually had that rope or not.
We can leave it behind if we need to.
Let's do
Is
this.
anyone proficient in martial weapons?
It's the way we do weapons,
Yeah,
not
but
just martially.
would anyone be able to use the scimitar?
The scimitar would be
I
a
can carry
martial
one
sword
now.
weapon.
Scimitar, okay. I don't
Martial
know.
sword weapon.
If anyone could actually use it, then. But
I mean, I can use it, but I don't need it.
understandable. I'll hold on to it then. This is what I did not take. If no one else wants it,
What were
Maul
they?
and a 10.
Maul and a 10.
I could carry them all.
10. It's 2 slots.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want, I just.
Okay.
Alright. Alchemist fire. What does this do?
We'll just put this at the bottom. So I'm full. I can't carry anything else.
You're familiar with Alchemist Fire to some extent, so you can have all the information on there.
Okay.
It's basically you throw it and it does damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
And that is a potion slot, technically. So it takes up half slot.
Okay. Does this
We're
fine wine take up a
loaded.
full slot?
Huh?
Or is the fine wine a full slot or half
Yeah,
slot?
that's a big it's
Oh
full
wait,
bottle.
shit! Our fucking potions take up space, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Your first 2 are free.
I only have.
Okay,
If they're on
first
your-
2 are
the
free.
first 2 are free on your person.
Yep.
And then after that, you can't, unless you get something to carry them, you can't
Okay.
carry
So-
extra on your,
Does this
without
technically
them
mean
counting.
that this would not take up a spot then, since I only have 2 potions?
if that's where you want to do it, yeah.
I only have 1 healing potion and gnome. Yep. So
Fine with that. However you
Cool.
want to organize it.
How many rations fit in a slot again?
I believe it's just,
Rations are a third of a slot.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the
so
only
just
thing
wanna
that's a
make sure.
third.
does anyone have any extra slots?
Oh, I have several.
Does
Yes.
that
Okay.
make me full?
'Cause I have
I
6
could- if I-
rations, so I'm literally
Oh.
losing 2 slots to rations.
I have 3
Um,
slots available. I could get rid of my tent and bedroll. And
well,
what
you
I
want
wanted.
to
can you
keep your
mix
bedroll.
like different quality of rations?
I could get rid
Double
of
their
my
third.
Quality of
bedroll
rations doesn't
and
matter.
carry some for
I could
you.
carry 2 more rations.
Yeah. It's just a space thing, and it's just
what I'm
it's
saying,
more
like-
simple than
Here.
being
I don't
like,
want 2
how
slots
many
taken up by
cubic
6
feet
rations.
I'm gonna
is a
toss out
ration? You know what I
this
mean?
Well, you should keep the
bedroll.
Trying to
bed-
figure it out
Oh,
like
you don't
that.
sleep. That's right. Fair enough.
We'll just go. It's
It's more for
roughly
just comfort,
weight
but-
and space.
If we don't need it, we don't need it. So I can carry that
You might just.
I would just hold on to that.
bedroll.
I believe I can also fit 2 more things on my.
If someone just wants to
Quick
just take
access.
3 rations for 1 slot, that's all we need to do, and that's it. Okay, done.
Okay.
Because I have 2 slots open. This is fun. I like
agree.
this.
Okay,
Thank
we'll do
you
that.
so much for
That-
this. It's so much
Right?
God,
fun.
I'm playing fucking Resident
I love
Evil
it so
over here.
much more.
It's way better.
Yeah, it's not like here's my list of shit that I have. It's like what can I
Oh,
have?
you're
What
folding
can
it,
I
huh?
have?
A folder.
I kind of want to get
Okay.
like something to
You can
put
get a
it in.
card deck or whatever. I just had those on hand. However this works out for you, you can keep them loose. I
Ooh,
don't
I might
recommend it,
use
but
my little card book that Randy bought me for last campaign. Repurpose it.
all right, we pick through, or we want to stick around a little bit with. I mean,
I'm
you
good.
can-
How long does it take?
There's
to
buggles
put on
over there. If
armor?
any of you guys are bug folks, we got time. I'm in no rush
Well,
to do what I gotta be
I think we've
doing.
taken care of everything.
Well,
here.
I would like to incorporate this leather armor before we.
You gonna wear it?
Protection. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can wear it. It doesn't count against your weight then, so you don't have to put it in your inventory. You
Yep.
can just give me that card back, and then
Okay.
you have leather armor.
Yeah, I'll just incorporate the pieces under the poncho.
Works for me. Oh boy.
I am like all in for making D&D more interactive.
Yes.
So like, and this stuff just makes it like it's not. It just doesn't make it boring and monotonous and just. I have a
You're
list.
not writing stuff on a list. You're seeing it. And
Right,
that's,
and
that
it's
helps
like-
a lot. Sometimes we won't have like these because it'll have to be something custom, and I'll
Right.
just give you something a little bit more.
But
loose.
instead of just like,
And-
oh, here's my list of 40 items I have.
Yeah, I have these cards that we can customize
Ooh.
fully.
That's,
So
yeah, see that
whenever
shit's fucking cool.
Yeah, I need. Remember to get me a Tinker's Tools one, so I have
Do you
that
want to
on
write
my-
it down right now, just so you have it? Because I don't know where, unless you can find it in the sheets.
Could I?
They probably don't have it because that was a Eberron thing here.
Can I get one for my gun?
Okay, do we have a thieves tool?
You don't need it for your gun. If
I
it's
have
on,
thieves
it's
tools. I
equipped
also
to you,
have thieves tools.
Okay.
so you don't need to put
That's
it.
why I'm like
Anything.
I have them too, so I didn't know.
I was gonna
It-
make
I
like
have
a
a-
separate
I
thing.
have,
we
like,
could
a
just
lot
Oh, if you want it,
For
then that's
the
fine.
bar, just to track that. Too.
If you want it, then
Yeah.
you can use those cards for
Look at
whatever you
this.
want. I'm just gonna run
I'm
out
just
of
looking
them.
to see what you have.
Everything else I assume
you wanna
will just
look
leave
at-
back.
I
in
probably
the
does.
fucking
Yeah.
warehouse.
The spell cards come with blanks too. I could just use one of those.
Yeah. It's whatever. I mean, we have like probably 50 of them right there, so it's not a big deal.
Here, do you want some?
Did,
Oh sure.
So are we good with this?
I have thieves tools.
You do have these.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's like something I need to put in a card for one, but
Wait,
You
there's
can take a
different
card and put
kinds.
thieves school.
Is
I think I had a
you
thieves
do.
tools
I
thing.
have one.
yeah.
Oh, that's just because she has it. So you
Yeah.
can, if you want it as well.
There were a few pages with tools on it in there too, so you might have.
I don't have a duplicate of that one,
Oh.
but I do know. Like I have duplicates of like daggers and potions and shit.
It's not a big deal. I know I have them.
Yeah, as long as you mark it down and like it counts against your space. Whatever is easiest for you works for me. But you can use one of those cards so that you know you have it. And it can be part of your deck. Like when you come back to the warehouse, the idea is that you guys have
Loadouts.
stuff and
It's
you
like
can be like
loadouts.
"Doot," and put it there. Like, oh, what do I got? Oh, we're going to the forest. Let's take whatever. You know what I mean?
Loadouts and D&D.
We're
That's
not.
fun.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's so much fun.
Yeah, and then, and again, so if it's equipped on you, like you don't have to have anything for your gun for that. You do have to have it for the bullets, but some of them are equipped to you. So okay.
I don't know what to draw, so I'm drawing a shitty wrench.
Oh, I wasn't gonna draw any art on those for you guys, but I guess that makes sense.
I was just drawing something so I could remember, but it's just like it's a
Yeah.
shitty ass wrench.
So are we good?
I'm good. I think I'm all right.
Okay. Let's move forward. It's back here, and you see a little symbol. You start walking as your pack's heavy, sort of clinking gently. It is. You already feel like, damn, we got some stuff. Delves. Whew. Now you're gonna have to like sell this shit, but that's what speakeasies are for. And as you're talking or you're walking, Wender says, "You know, there's lots of folks down here too, but not everybody is friendly. I would suggest treating every single person down here as if they're about to kill you,
Makes sense.
and then
Okay.
you can start at that tension level and rise a lower, but I wouldn't. People will take advantage of that kind of stuff. You're with me though. I've been down a little bit.
It's okay if anyone steps out of line with us, then at least Mistress will have a snack.
Remember Remember what I said about asking questions.
I wasn't gonna ask anything.
Just
You walk forward for a little bit longer as he stops talking for a minute.
She just hasn't had anything living in quite some time.
Oh god. A little bit of time goes by as you walk through these cave systems. They're pretty confusing. You could get lost down here. They're straightforward at times, but eventually they branch off, they wind, they get open, and there's like rocky crags to go through, a vast chamber. And then you, in one of these open chambers with sort of those craggy, like, it looks like part of this, when it split in half, it looks like this part like was shorn like sideways, because it's almost like the top half is like leaning and it like opened up part of this, so the bottom like got ripped up and it's like craggy. But you can see as you walk into that and around, Wender goes, shh, 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 look. And you look across, and at first it was hard to see because of the lantern, and he sort of like pushes his hand onto the lantern and turns it for you, going as he turns it down, not off, just down. And your eyes sort of adjust, and you can see the flicker of light in the back of this cavern. Definitely looks like torchlight or something similar.
Is it stationary or is it moving?
Roll perception check.
Oh fuck! That just flew out of my hand.
Yeeted.
Perception. That's stupid. 14.
14. It's moving a little bit. Sort of like with a 14, you get the sense that there's something, and it's going.
Like a swinging lantern or something.
Yeah. And you can kind of hear a little bit of like a, and like footfalls, sort of a. It's this lantern, not heavy but firm. You hear like boots on gravel. I mean, they could be anybody, but they're wearing a lantern.
There was a Delph team right before us.
Could be Delph team. Well, they probably wouldn't have sent us two places at once. Well, although we could be at a junction, I don't know.
Do we?
I'm gonna go be sneaky. You guys do what you want.
Do you like me to go with you? I can also try and remain.
Starts walking away and goes, "Come now if you come."
I'll go.
Walks off into the darkness and disappears from you.
I'm just gonna keep the cat on my head so I can see in the dark.
15 stealth.
Okay, so you stealth off in that sort of rough direction, being able to keep your bearing with the lantern and your friends. Now, do you want to move forward with the lantern on and like announce yourself and be like open? Are we trying to be stealthy? Are we trying to be low key, being loud, being threatening? What do you want to do? How do you want to approach this situation?
I think we stay low key.
I think we stay low.
Because you do know that you
The
got
best
two
we can.
people sort
Yeah,
of.
we'll let them scout ahead and kind of just like hang back,
They're sort of flanking.
turn the lantern
So
down.
and you walk into the chamber and you're gonna engage with them, or you're just trying to like hide?
No, we're hiding.
Oh, that's a stealth check then. That's
Yeah.
different. Okay, so you're hiding. Okay, stealth check.
19.
19.
10.
You sticking with that? Because you have your stuff. It's up to you.
17.
You don't have to. 17.
Nah, we'll stay.
Okay. Sort of hush down. Sort of look over.
Or we'll flip the lantern though.
Lantern's off for now. Ink, you're approaching. Go ahead and roll a perception check as you try to look through the crags.
21.
As you sort of skulk in the darkness, moving in between these you do see definitely on like a pole, a lantern. Yeah. It's very rudimentary. It's like a box with like paper and then like a tea light. Yeah. And it's bobbing. It almost it gives definitely you're like, oh, something is crawling with that. And then behind that you see sort of doing this as if riding something. A little like prospector's cap, goggles, and this even in the light of this, it's not from your dark vision. This very, very gray-skinned, white-bearded, but cheerful-looking dwarvish person, sort of just trotting through.
Trotting on what?
Don't know. Can't see. It's below the sight level as you look through, and you can only see like kind of the tops. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna stay there and kind of watch for a little bit longer and see what they're gonna do. See if I see our guy.
You don't see
anything.
Winder anywhere. Are you guys doing anything? You don't see this. You do see. I mean, you see the light moving, but you don't see.
Just
The
gonna
description.
stay hidden until
Okay.
I hear anything back.
Yeah.
There's sort of like a, and then you hear a. Skastar Hide of Harden. Harden. Oh, Fade of Harden. Oh, there's a Fade of Harden.
Is it dwarvish? I speak it.
Okay, so you hear. Roll perception check. You're further away.
Yeah. 12?
You hear faintly like, oh, don't do that. You don't want to eat that. Oh, you ate it. Well, I hope that doesn't come out wrong.
It's just like a dog.
Seems like. Yeah.
I bet you it's like a pig.
Interesting. Okay. Stay here.
Okay.
Keep listening if I can.
Then you hear a. And start to walk towards the group. Getting closer to you guys.
Flip the lantern on.
You just go. Okay, you do that, and then there's a. As when you turn it on, when you turn it on, you see this blue-skinned, 8-legged, like wide mawed, like tons of like shark teeth, like a lizard sort of eyes, a tail,
What the fuck?
and like a bit and a bridle. Like it goes.
What is it?
You can roll nature check. It's blue and you hear Skirmish Harvin and
One.
and he falls off. And he goes, oh, Skirmish Harvin, Sherman, and
I'm sorry.
then goes over and starts to like nudge him, and yeah, you see a in overalls and like tiny pickaxes hanging all over, several of which are scattered onto the floor, like of different kind, like chisels. This again, like 6-legged, 8-legged, 10-legged,
No.
long. It almost looks like a salamander, but long and blue, and like the skin is like almost translucent and has like this like jellyfishy sort of circulatory system thing happening underneath. Like something's moving underneath there. It doesn't look like energy. It looks organic. And he goes, "Fucking service!"
And dwarvish be like,
He says,
so
like, "What the
sorry.
fuck are you doing?"
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, shit, I almost blasted you.
Are you
And you
okay?
see him move the blunderbuss from pointing at you to uncocked, his finger off the trigger.
Understandable. Are you okay?
I'm sorry. Help me up.
Oh. Help him up.
And he sort of like tips forward, and he sort of like bobbles. He's short. He's about 3.5 feet, maybe.
Can I start like picking up some of his stuff?
Yeah,
and,
you start picking up some of his shit, and he's like, "Oh, laddie, it's I don't have. Thank you." And he grabs. Hey, darling, you gotta be quiet, please.
I've never seen that before. What?
And
What is
that's
that?
dangerous shit you're doing out here. You're just spooking people. I could have blasted you.
Didn't know.
I could have and you.
Is he
It's
still
a weird-
speaking Dwarvish?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a weird cat head, and this man is yelling at me in a language I don't understand.
Yeah. Anyway, he takes it and he puts it on the side of like a little holder on the side of thing. He goes, "Oh, she's beautiful, isn't she? Found her down here. Broke her myself.
She's pretty neat. What would that
This
be?
is a bear.
What do you mean by broker?
You can't understand him.
Oh yeah, it's true. Shit.
Yeah, I'm the only one.
Forget it.
Just me.
He's speaking in fucking Dwarvish.
Yeah,
Speak
I
Dwarvish.
speak 6 languages.
Oh.
yeah. We got a fucking guy over here.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get anything past any of you fucking people this whole campaign, so I'm not even trying to like.
Oh, I
You
did
know
wanna
it. You
ask-
know what he's saying. I'm not bullshitting.
I
He's-
assume there's a language for the
language is
Tongzu.
yes,
That would probably be what I speak.
he knows passable tongues.
'Cause I don't remember
Yeah,
what
I
we
know a lot.
had written
You
down.
just call it
but I'm like,
Tongzu.
yeah.
Tom.
Tong? Is that what we called it?
Technically, with my last level, I could have taken 2
That would
more,
be
but I
the
didn't.
only other thing I speak.
Well, for I can speak Elvish, so for around humans that want to obfuscate what we're saying, they
There you
don't
go.
speak it.
Hey.
Elvish?
Hey.
I don't know Elvish.
Oh, are you?
We'll
Are
just talk
you?
around you then, and then you won't know what we're saying.
You look pretty well up. Oh, sort of petting her and
Look it. She. Nice clothes are different than having money in the bank.
No, I meant your backpacks. And you see
Oh.
like all the shit poking out of the backpacks. Well, I don't. You get a little tense when he says it. I don't mean it like I'm gonna stick you up or anything.
No, I'm not too.
Because I
worried.
could have blasted you already.
You could.
And
have,
I didn't.
And you did not. Thank you.
You're right, I didn't. I'm a humble trader.
Oh.
You've got things that you're looking for. But I'm pretty down for food right now.
Well.
If you've got food, I'm willing to pay a premium.
Yeah.
And he goes like this.
How much do we have? 3 over there?
I've
Oh
got
shit.
3 of
Not
yours,
for
3
one.
of mine.
How much?
Enough for me and probably 4 rations.
Yeah, I can do that.
I'll do 4.
Absolutely.
Well, I
Super
have,
good deal for you
I
guys.
have
Yeah,
6
what the
total,
fuck?
technically.
I have 3
have
that
a
I
bunch.
don't even eat anymore.
Oh,
He
wait.
doesn't eat.
I gave you my other 3.
I have 3 of yours and 3 of
Oh,
mine.
yeah. Fucking for 4. Yeah, just give 1 of mine and then.
Oh, Cherry hurting, Petty. Hurting.
Yeah, I'll take
Thank
it.
you.
You're
Hold on to it if you
hurting.
want.
Well, say
You hear him
thank you
say
to
like, "Oh, thank you, laddie.
What?
You're saving us
Say
so
thank
much
you to
time."
him. I
Thank
can't.
you. I appreciate that.
And these are just normal rations you guys just got. So
Those look so satisfying to hold.
starts to
They're fine.
They are.
roll them open, like the tins, and she goes, and she opens like, her mouth opens like this, like a full, was that 45, 90 degrees, and it goes, and the tongue comes out, and he goes, and he like dumps out the rations, and then he starts eating his before he even starts to talk again. I would thank you. And he starts to eat through the conversation. I'll literally do it. He starts to. So, you looking for anything? I've got some stuff. And look, you see the pack and everything.
The thing I kind of have is just this scimitar that I found. I don't really use it, so scimitar.
We do. We have the
I
And
love a good
mace and
scimitar.
And a
chain
shield and all
shirt
kinds
we
of
could
stuff.
sell as well.
Chain shirts as well, yes.
There's a big mall.
And,
And,
some fine wine if you're interested.
Yeah.
Not usually buying this kind of thing, but I'll trade you.
What would you trade it for?
You ever heard of marketed malt?
I have not.
I knew you hadn't.
Makes sense.
We'll make it from there. I don't know if they're pollen, whatever it is.
Have to pee.
Wow.
Again?
If you've got to pee, do it over in the corner. We walk through here.
Do it downwind.
in the corner?
Quiet down, Jeremy.
We could probably find you a bucket.
There's a bucket right there.
This will fuck you up, but crazy things to your mind.
Oh, really?
Beneficial things sometimes.
Well.
If you like being a psychic.
Oh, I
Go on.
No one
You
can
hear
hear
him
it.
go, you hear him go, Sharfen Flurgen.
Oh, that's interesting.
He talks like a sim in my head. So.
See, to me, he sounds like Swedish Chef from
did.
Muppets.
Yeah,
did,
whatever.
yeah.
What would you want for that? Just the fine wine?
I'll take the wine in exchange.
Sounds like a plan. I'm way too
You can
curious.
just keep it and like flip it over and just know that it's, or keep it and just know that that specifically. Don't write on the card
Oh, I was
itself.
gonna write on the back.
Like
of it.
right on the, like right on
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
over it and just be like, because it's the same exact base. It's like a bottle.
Myconid?
Myconid malt.
Okay. Interesting.
Whatever else. Blah,
It
blah,
causes, and he tells you
Mhm.
basically what it does, but it causes drunkenness, which is technically just poisoned. So you'll have disadvantage on
Okay.
anything that requires dexterity or strength,
Okay.
which includes attacks, and stealth and all that stuff. But you get telepathy for 1d4 hours.
Okay.
So it's more of an RP thing.
I like
if you're
that.
not trying to get into a fight,
I
but
like that.
It'll make you a little bit fucked, but
I
you'll
like
be able to hear people's brains. And then I've got this. It's bigger in reality, but
What's that?
holds it up. It's about like this big.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want her to be down here for that. She says she's taking a huge shit.
A big old pooper.
Big dump. Dude, she's not here. Hold on.
Bro, I fucking love that water so much.
Wait, this is really good.
Yeah, the Skyrim water is amazing.
Yeah, because it balances your pH.
Darwin tried to get into like a chocolate bar.
Did he make it in?
No. It
What
was
a
just in the
loser.
middle of the floor.
Wait, we had a chocolate bar?
Yeah. Alex left it on the bottom
Oh yeah.
shelf of
But it's
the
not even opened. It
table.
was,
No.
like, wrapped up.
It was cracked in half in the package, but not
He
open.
had tried though. Good for him.
It was
It's
dragged
white. It was
out.
white chocolate though, so it wasn't. I don't think that kills dogs. Anyway, well, I'm not giving it to him. Just whatever. Oh yeah, you got your beanie.
I figured I might as well.
I forgot you got that beanie. There you go. Since
There's
it's
my
on your
dark
head.
vision hat.
He goes, oh, I've got this. And since you were here, it's about actually this big. So this will take up one slot.
Okay.
But he goes, this is pure ectoplasm. I heard your gasp right there. That's right. Ectoplasm. Formed it down here myself. I'll take the trade, or if you got. Say we start the bidding at. Do you deal in platinum?
Some platinum, yes.
Platinum plays at some markets.
What are we thinking?
6 platinum?
6 platinum.
That's a lot
Or a
to
trade?
What can I do with ectoplasm?
Oh, well. You go invisible when you consume it.
Oh. That's pretty useful.
And if you consume the whole jar, something else entirely. I think I'm giving you a really good deal on this. It either has 4 charges of invisibility or 1 charge of something else. I have never tried the 4, but I know it's safe.
Do you have some alchemist fire?
Huh. Let me see it. Sort of looks at it. This in a platinum? You could try to persuade him if you'd like. that's pretty good. I just got it. You try to... You're the only one that has this language, so.
I know.
What do you say?
Well, I do have this scimitar.
Let me see that.
It's just normal.
I like that you refuse.
I refuse. I'm doing it. At this point, it's on purpose
I
now.
appreciate it.
It's dialect.
That's a
Different.
pretty good make. You've got a deal, lad.
Ooh, what is that?
Ectoplasm.
Oh.
So it has 4 charges of invisibility, or 1 charge of something else.
Yes.
What is
I know.
something else?
Well, I don't know.
Fucking cross into the astral plane.
We have no idea what happens.
I just gave up everything I just got for this. Because it's way too cool not to have it in my possession.
You'll see that potion specifically many, many times in this campaign, so
Oh,
don't you
boy.
worry. I don't have enough money to get a special potion every time we get
So this was an
potions.
entire slot, right?
That one's big enough for an entire slot, yeah.
Cool. That's fine. I gave up 2 slots for one thing. Big W.
Oh, well. I think we ought to be going unless you've got any more interest in anything.
Does anyone have
Willing
some...
to sell moon chips to you as well.
Do you speak common or just Dwarvish?
No, I'm sorry. I don't speak
Okay.
the upper
That's okay.
folk speak. Me and my clan have been down here for some time, and it's sort of lost to us.
Does anybody have anything they'd like to trade with the dwarf?
I do have more of those things that we picked up.
Well, I can offer moon chips in exchange, or
I know we do have.
I
some-
do have this really amazing scimitar and alchemist fire if they're interested.
We did just come across some chainmail. I think it is.
A
Chain
maul and a
shirt.
Chain shirt.
shield.
I mean, if we can get more.
You
moon
haven't
chips
talked
from him.
this whole time, right? You're still on in the whims
Yeah,
or the wings.
I'm listening. At some point I would have got when I
So
saw the
is
conversation.
Wender. He's still just chilling
Okay.
somewhere in the darkness. Vengeance. Are you trying
Anyway,
to
I'll offer those things
off
up.
the mall
And the shield.
and the shield?
I'll keep the dagger for now.
Well, it's not enough for a moon chip.
Or
I'll add
include the dagger?
chain shirt.
Getting closer.
Here, fuck it. If that's the case.
That helps.
We'll just
We're not
unload
there.
everything we found.
How far are we?
60, 70. We're at 72 gold worth.
Is it 150 that it needs to get?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay.
150, more than 150 maybe. For moon chip, if you want one. You can like if you have any items that you want to get rid of. If not, you can just make up the difference.
Counterproductive
I have a bedroll.
to use our
I
money.
think it's only like 1.
Yeah. Obviously, potions.
I'll get rid of it anyway, because I can't
The
use it
bedroll.
currently.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of found them and bought them and...
Okay, so we're at 73
I don't
gold.
sleep.
I like this, by the way. It's very easy for me to just look at the stuff you're selling, and my hand's still writing a list.
I know, it's so nice.
I'm
We
happy
could
with myself.
trade in one of our potions to get one moon chip closer to being done.
I have 2, so
Yes.
Give me the
I
shieldest
do
one on the
have
table if you
two.
do.
I would rather keep
Here.
the potions. We don't know if we're going to die or not.
We have...
Do you want this?
We have 6 potions
Yes, but
between us, right?
We just started delving.
Moon
Yes.
chips also
But
are
We get the moon chip.
emergency cure wounsies.
If we get the moon chip,
Well,
we
worse,
can either
more
use
than
it to
that, but-
heal ourselves, or it's one step closer to finishing the job and less time we have to
Yes,
spend
but
down here.
Moon chips are dangerous to use on yourself.
in high amounts.
Yes, but
That's the spirit.
I mean, we've seen
uncomfortable.
people
It's the
literally
fucking
put
spirit.
them in their skin.
That's
I don't know why you're
different.
so
That's very different.
scared.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Completely different things.
Y'all are gonna get addicted.
Issue.
I'm not getting addicted to it. But like
They're gonna be too useful.
putting them
You're
in your
gonna love it.
skin and actually using them to heal are very different.
Yeah, you press it against yourself, and then you basically intend into it. You've used them before.
Did you already give?
So am I keeping
Did
this?
someone already give a potion?
Yeah, I'll give a potion.
Okay.
Okay.
I have 2 in case.
I had 2,
Okay.
so I might as well.
He starts. He takes the time while you guys are talking to load up his mount, with all of the stuff.
We found it and sold it immediately.
And I go into the moon chip bag.
I
And
want
at
a
some
rock.
point, it will relent to me. There we go. You want it?
Mm-hmm.
So we're already halfway done with the amount we need minimum, so that's good.
Living on a prayer.
And we can have extra in case we find a bunch.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Potentially get more money.
Delvin be good. Oh, okay, so. Anything else I can do for you?
I think that's it. I appreciate it.
Cut
Thank
them
you.
out one more time. Well, sorry about the rough introduction, but
That's all right.
it was
We scared you, not the other way around.
absolutely a nice interaction. Maybe we'll see cross paths again in the future.
Couldn't hurt.
All right. Have a wonderful day, ladies.
You as well.
Just riding past you guys.
He's like a little prospector man and
Oh,
and his donkey.
Mother McCree. That's what's his name?
Coen Brothers.
No,
Buster
movie,
Scruggs?
No.
No.
Yes, all of you are correct, but that's not the name of
Who's
the
the
actor.
actor?
Oh.
I don't know the actor's name.
Waits. Waits.
Tom Waits.
Tom Waits. Is it
The
Tom?
singer?
No. Yeah, Waits. Tom Waits, the
Waits,
singer.
the
He
singer?
acts. He's also in Wrist Cutters, which is a great film. You should check it out. So, anything else you want to do in here? Wender, when he leaves, comes back out, and you two sort of like meet in the light, and he goes, "Smart." Good. You're good at this. You have a knack.
I just know to try and keep out of trouble when
They fucking didn't.
I know, and it worked out for them though. So
Oh, yeah, well, I'm just
Two
saying,
chips
if, you know,
Well, it was one person against 5.
when these guys inevitably die, you're going to have a nice career down here. I'm kidding. Kidding.
1 versus 5, to be fair.
There was a calculated
2,
risk.
but
in fairness, 2 versus 5, he had a large
Yes,
creature.
he also didn't know you.
Oh,
guys-
that thing's really deadly, by the way. We would have fucking died.
Well, you know, we didn't.
It was. You should look up what a Bahir does.
Oh no.
I don't want to.
I assumed you weren't going to assassinate this guy, but I was going to let you try. Because I have a system for this. I don't know what's going to happen until like right before the session, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of fun for me too. So, whew. So, we moving on.
Yeah, we still have 3 more moon chips to go.
Okay, I'm gonna ask because it's at 10. Basically, these are set up in like stage.
Okay.
One more?
It's the time, so
Yeah.
It's
I
up to
think
you.
we should- I think
It's
we
basically
should-
your call.
it's 10 o'clock now.
10 o'clock right now.
Let's save it
Okay,
for next
all
time.
right,
It could
so-
take another hour.
Yeah, we
maybe
were also
more,
not
so-
late
Yeah,
today.
I
So
know.
this is
Right,
a
that's
longer
true.
one.
That's true. So,
And I want to feel like we're rushing it because
Yeah,
if we like
that
go into
too.
the next thing,
no, I know. Yeah. I wouldn't ask if it was like going to take an hour to do it, but yeah.
Yeah.
So as you recoup this portion of all your trades, and you look over your new things, let's do 2 things real quick. Since you took this amount of time, you could choose to take a short rest. You only get 2 before a long rest, so consider that.
Ah,
You could choose it
Jesus,
if you've
yeah.
used any of your spells or anything. If you've used too much of your shit, you can. The second thing we're going to do is, I've been holding on to this for 2 weeks. I'm not going to hold on to it for 3. You're not attuned to this, but on your next long rest, you have access to this
Ooh.
item.
What that?
It's the rat ring.
It's the
Oh, the
ring.
rat ring. Ooh, that's a big
You
card.
can turn into a rat.
No, you
That's
cannot.
hey,
What does
It's
it
cool,
do?
though.
What does it do?
no fucking way.
Oh!
Should I read this out loud
Yeah.
right now or save it?
I want to be
Well,
surprised.
let your best friend
Save
Randy
it.
read it.
I want to be surprised.
Save it. We'll save it for next week.
Say
Next
it for
week.
the top of it. I'll just say that you can slip it on at the beginning of the next session.
Okay. Well, I'll put it on.
Yeah,
at
you'll
the
put it
beginning,
on, and then I'll describe what happens.
Okay.
and then you can describe to them in mechanics after that.
Oh.
Do you want me to? I can tell them after the thing ends. I'm just not gonna.
I want to be surprised.
Let's be
Okay.
surprised.
I think them being surprised is
Yeah,
great.
absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah, it's cool, right? I thought you'd like that, and you
That's
and you
rad.
never fucking tried to attune to it. That's okay. We had other stuff. So, as you walk further into your very first delve, not knowing how much further there is to go, it seems a lucrative business so far,
No, we just got fucking lucky.
and not as I mean, let me be honest. You rolled really well. Well, I rolled really well on this one. We're sort of at certain thresholds. I don't let certain things happen, obviously, but like, so far, the beginning, what you've gone through so far, I did not expect all those to stack up like that, and I was very excited for you guys. So I never know what's going to happen in these, which
It's
is
the
really
luck.
fun. It is.
It's the superstition.
Yeah.
So, with that said, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm excited for next week as we continue this delve. Maybe we'll get out of it. We might even have one more whole session in here. I don't know. Depends on what you guys decide to do. I'm excited though.
Me too.
I'm curious about the Gloom Broker.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
don't
why
say
I don't
his
know.
name, bro.
Gloom Broker,
Don't say his name.
Gloom Broker.
Fuck.
Good night.